Show podcast. I am G1, and this is the Geek Out. That's right, we're coming to you a little earlier today, but early is good because, for the love of God, it's going to be a marathon session, and I'm not ready for it. I am not. But that being said, let's get right into it. Introducing the cohorts, the co-host when it comes to the Geek Out, the people that hang out with me every freaking Friday, started with Shin Rob, a.k.a. Robbie Butterfuko over there.
Robbie Butterfuko with a beer. How's it going, boys? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I forgot all about that. Yes, from the great state of the tri-state, because it is a thing. I am out of it, people. I am not feeling well. I have not been feeling well since, I don't know, Tuesday. But that's okay. It's okay. You know why? The medicine is in hand, and it's about to be taken. But before I take that first swig, also my sip from another crib, the person who knows everything about Venom on this show, Gam Z1, what's going on?
We are Gam Gam. Nah, what's up?
Nah, you're gonna have to do that every fucking Friday now.
Nice. All right, we'll make it a thing. But I'm doing all right. You know, whoever partakes in other means of inebriation, this hits for you.
There you go. It's April. 420 is right around the corner, which means WrestleMania. But we're not going to talk about that just now. Last but not least, it's JR. Yeah.
JR.
JR's running a bit late, or we started a bit early. Anyway, you cut the mustard this way, he'll be in a little bit. You can't have one of these crazy Friday nights without the crazy man himself. But look, like I said, we got a lot to get into. We got to talk about CinemaCon. We got to talk about the freaking Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Direct that dropped, prices of the games, prices of the systems, and oh boy, penguins. But before we get into that, let's get into the very first topic at hand. And it is Magic Mirror on the wall. Who's to blame for Snow White's fall? Snow White or Street Slush? Who is to blame for Disney's latest flop? Now, I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute. Seriously, this was, I think, 2 weeks coming now. And unfortunately, it's 2 weeks going now. I mean, it's say goodbye. It's not making no money in theaters at all. It made zero money. Zero money when it comes to what Disney expects. And today, Minecraft drops. This movie ain't making nothing from here on out. It needs to go to Disney Plus like last week.
Yeah.
I'll start with you, Gam. Who is to blame for Snow White's fall?
I mean, the truth of the matter is it's Disney themselves who keep on fucking putting out these stupid, god-awful live-action remakes of their animated classics and thinking that this is sustainable at all. It's not. Lilo and Stitch is going to meet the same exact fate. Guaranteed.
That is a hot take.
I'm just saying. These live action remakes they're not it. They haven't been it since they even began, really. Like, sure, people could say good things about Cinderella and fucking Beauty and the Beast and shit. Whatever. You could have your opinion. These remakes aren't needed. They're just Disney wanting to make all the money in the world. Now, if you ask other people, they're going to blame the actress. They're going to blame her bad-mouthing the movie, and, you know, it's just not... with these people, it's not clear to them that it's not the corporation. You know, they're going to blame everything but the corporation.
Joke's on you. I blame both. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that, Rob? Come on in. How about that?
Now, everything Gam Gams just said is 100% fucking fact. And anybody who says otherwise, you ain't with it. Disney's the one that keeps commissioning these piles to be made, and Disney are the ones who keep putting them into production, taking them out of production after they've already been in production because somebody said fucking something about a certain type of person being in the fucking movie, and then Disney's like, oh, wait, the king or the queen of this general sect of people said this, so now we can't do that. And this and that, the third, Disney doesn't know whom's the fuck, what the fuck. I see those penguins on top of that bitch's head. Nice one. I like that. But I will add a little bit of oregano to this mixture, a little bit of salt, 2 minutes of stirring. I do think Rachel Zegler mouthing off the way she was definitely didn't help the movie's chances. It's a terrible combination of both. Absolutely. Because listen. Snow White, regardless of how you feel about it, is history. It's the first cinematic animated fucking feature-length movie. The movie, regardless of what it does or shows, it's a piece of history. And yes, it's romantic trope incarnate, but it began that shit in animated movies. It practically began that shit in Disney movies.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and say that, well, it's outdated, it's not this, it's that, creepy stalker dude, whatever. It's like, you can have your opinion. Absolutely. But you're Snow White. You're literally the star of this movie. Without that animated movie, this movie wouldn't be happening and you wouldn't have this role. Like, and you know how the internet works these days, because there's people out there that are literally like supporting a chub, waiting for the moment that somebody says something that they can blow up into 58 different YouTube videos.
Yep. All saying, slandering you, the movie, the company, everything in the name of woke.
Yeah. They did it with Space Marine 2, which blows my mind. But anyway, yeah, it's a combination of both. You already had more than enough of the odds stacked against you because you're a live action Disney remake. And then eventually you had the whole current world thing that's going on right now between the two main actresses. And then on top of that, you've got the main actress literally insulting the original movie. People were turned off from that second onwards.
Yep.
There was no hope. It's over, Prime. That's exactly what it was.
That's a really good one, by the way. Really good one, Rob.
Thank you. Frank Welker, the God, OC. But that's my piece. I think both the fact that Disney keeps doing these things and just the fact that Rachel Zegler was, kind of going off on it, I don't think it helped the movie on the left side or on the right side or even down the center right there. You had a whole bunch working against it, and it just got worse.
Yeah, I was shocked that last week after our 1-year anniversary special, I found Snow White sailing the 7 seas. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, shit, okay, wow. Didn't this movie just come out? Fuck. And it literally was a week old.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, here it is. I asked the wife if she wanted to watch it. She said, no, Mrs. G1, shut it down. No, thank you. All right. I agree with both of y'all because I have pretty much the same take. But I am going to take it a step further. I know we don't get political here on the Geek Out, on the G Show, period. But as much as Homegirl deserves the blame, Rachel Zegler deserves the blame because she did open her mouth. She should have just stayed quiet. She should have promoted the movie like the little girl. I should say little girl. She's a grown-ass woman. Halle Berry did the press for The Little Mermaid. She knew exactly what type of shitstorm she was going to walk into. She knew how the internet was run. She knew everything. Yet that girl went into all of the stuff, and she what's the word? She did it with class. You know what I'm saying? She did it with class. Whereas Rachel walked right into it. She walked right into it, fell into the trap.
Yeah.
I blame Disney also. because Disney should know better now. In today's climate, this to me, like in all honesty, I don't want to hear we hired the best actress possible. I don't believe that. I don't like to get into the politics of that, but the fucking title is Snow White because her skin is as white as snow. I don't care how you cut it. That's it. That's what everybody grew up with. Everybody. Yo, you could be the fucking meanest dude on a fucking street corner. And when you were in elementary school, you were watching the original Snow White.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we came up with.
Mhm.
So, like, Disney trying to fucking play identity politics is a fucking, like, people get mad and they automatically say, no, I'm not invested in it. This movie in 2-3 weeks. Hey, Games, he's not even home yet. He's not home yet.
What?
This movie in 2 to 3 weeks has only made $147 million worldwide.
Damn.
71 domestically, 75 international. It ain't going nowhere. Minecraft is here now. Unless Minecraft is such a fucking flop, right? Unless we see that Minecraft jokes are terrible and the movie's straight trash and nobody goes to see it, it's going to win the weekend. It'll probably hold on and win next weekend, even though there's some competition, because next weekend Sinners comes out, and I cannot wait to see that one. I'm going.
What rating is Sinners?
R.
Or
Oh, well, then it's not competing with Snow White or Minecraft.
No, but it's a new oh my god, it's a new who is it? Is it Kevin Peele?
no, it's Ryan Coogler. It's his new movie with
Ryan
Michael.
Coogler, right, my bad.
Yeah.
It's Ryan
Michael B.
Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, vampire movie. Come on, man, it's vampire movie. Everybody loves the vampires.
And Spider-Gwen's in it too.
And Spider-Gwen is in it as a sexy hot vampire chick. Ooh.
We're gonna kill all the y'all.
You know, one of these days we should probably do a Comics Cons episode about how Miles's voice actor desperately wants the Spider-Man actor tradition of dating the love interest to happen to him and Gwen and Spider-Gwen, and it's just not happening, and he's being super creepy about it.
She's married now.
Is she really? That's disappointing. I sound like an old creep. Anyhow, back to Snow White. So all of this shit, in a nutshell, is fucked from the very jump. But I'm gonna blame Disney, and this is where I'm gonna get a little political here. And I'm not sure how real this is, but when the movie came out and flopped opening weekend, I saw a lot of shit stating that behind the scenes, Disney was blaming Rachel because of a pro-Palestinian stance. I don't buy that. I do not buy that at all. At all. And that is a way for Disney to get out of the identity politics of it, if that's the truth, if that's what was being said behind closed doors. But that's a way for Disney to be like, yeah, it was because of this, not because of us, not because we hired a Latina actress to play a German white girl. What?
I mean, if it's about the Palestinian thing, it kind of balances out with Gal Gadot being a massive Zionist.
But they're not going to say that. So they're just going to use her as the example instead of using the fucking the seesaw. All right, whose fault is it today? Is it Gal Gadot for her stance and her bland acting? Or is it Rachel's for her stance? You know what I mean? That to me is just, it was a pussy way out of things. It was a pussy way out of things, Disney. From the jump, get it together. Don't remake these movies. Like, I don't understand it. You were nailing it. Perfect casting with fucking Belle in Beauty and the Beast. You got a fucking an actress everybody loved, right? Because of Hermione. She's the hot ticket item. Bam, Beauty and the Beast. Knock it out the park. Knock it out the park. I blame Disney a lot more than I blame Rachel. She shouldn't have opened her mouth, but she is from the great state of the tri-state. That's the thing. And you know what? They just can't shut the fuck up.
It's true. We can't.
You know, so I like.
To which I will say, Disney could go any route in the blaming. You could go with Rachel being pro-Palestine. You could go with Gal Gadot being pro-Israel. You can go with this, that, the third, Peter Dinklage saying fuck off, the whole 9 yards. With this movie, you could point the finger in any goddamn direction and it's valid. But the biggest finger, the middle finger, is just towards Disney because it's like, you guys took a movie that pretty much put you guys on the cinematic map.
It is in Bambi.
Oh, yeah, Bambi too. I'm just saying. It was part of it.
Yeah.
It was part of it. And you remade it. And I genuinely don't know what they were expecting because this movie was supposed to be out a year ago. Like, first it was the dwarves. Then it was the fact that they weren't going to be dwarves. Now the original dwarves were reshot to be bandits in the fucking movie. And Rachel saying that, you know, there isn't going to be this romance or whatever in the movie. Apparently that got cut out and they reshot a bunch of scenes where she does have a love interest. It's unfortunate.
By the way, real quick, no offense to the dude playing Prince Charming or whoever he's supposed to be. He's kind of just like some random normie. Yeah, like it could have been any one of us. They didn't go out and get like a handsome guy. You know what I'm saying?
They literally got bland white dude number 3.
Yeah,
like,
for real. He was like a fucking extra.
He pretty much was.
Pretty much was.
You should have just tanked your budget and got Justin Timberlake to show up for 2 days.
Like
that's all you fucking needed.
like seriously though.
It cracks me up. That's what it is, man.
Like the smartest live action remake that Disney did was fucking Pinocchio because that went straight to Disney Plus.
And it still sucked.
I
wanted to see that, man. I did. I really did. When it came out, I didn't get a chance to. It's still there. I'll probably pay attention to it.
Listen. You don't need that. You don't. You have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio right there on Netflix.
I was going to watch them both back to back in a double feature. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah, one pile of shit, one fucking beautiful, amazing movie made by somebody who loves and cares for his product. Unlike Disney.
Get that man on other fucking projects, please.
Please.
I can't wait for
Get that man on a Godzilla movie. He wants it.
I can't wait for his Frankenstein.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with the Snow White thing. This is what made Snow White fail. Dopey talks.
Oh yeah.
Why?
As Dorky Films, aka Alex, Disney's best remake is Aladdin. Woo-wee.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take. I don't know.
I'd venture to say there is
listen. I love Will Smith as much as the next guy, especially when he acts Fresh Princey, but he's not Robin Williams.
No, never will be. Never will be. They could have got Uncle Pappy out in Florida to play the genie, and I'd have been like, oh, look, it's not Robin Williams playing Robin Williams.
Should have been Jack Black, to be completely honest.
No, it should have been the dude from the fucking Broadway performance.
Or him.
Aladdin.
I would have taken that or Jack Black, but because in all honesty, either of the two have that kind of energy that Robin Williams came towards.
True.
It should have been Bret the Hitman Hart, straight off of his Aladdin Genie tour in Canada. As Dorky comes back, no one can be the king, Robin Williams. You ain't lying. That is God's honest truth. It's a fact.
Yeah, it is. He's the only one that made, he's the only person in history that made Disney melt down because every time he recorded his lines, he improv'd it. And it was so good to the point where they were like, fuck, now we need to reanimate it.
Yeah, we got to animate around this man.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. All right, I want to touch upon something before we get on to the next one. I want to touch upon what Gam said earlier. He said Lilo and Stitch is going to flop also. Why do you say that? What in the trailers have given you a reason to believe that?
I don't even need to see any fucking trailers. It's a live action remake again of a Disney classic. This time it's Lilo and Stitch. Whoop-de-doo. Stop.
I can tell you.
Rob, then you tell me, what is the reason?
They've taken the irony out of the movie.
That too.
So you take one good look at Lilo and Stitch, the animated film, and you look at the live action. You know what the huge fucking difference is, save for the fact that they painted their main actress brown?
What are you talking about?
Main actress ain't no brown. Girl got a fake fucking tan or something.
Who, the little girl?
No. Nani, the girl playing Nani.
Oh, the sister. Okay.
Yeah, wait, bro. I seen that. Bro, look up her headshot and then look how she looks in the fucking trailer. It's astounding, but there is a level of irony in Lilo and Stitch that is the biggest and longest running joke in that franchise. You have two aliens that are playing fucking dress up, and it fools everybody. It fools fucking everybody. And it's the most obvious thing in the world.
That it's just an alien in drag.
Yeah, it's an alien in drag, and it's an overweight alien looking like fucking Professor Mafufo or whatever. But then with the movie, it's like, oh, we have this alien light-bending technology that is just going to be our actors and or voice actors in the physical role. It's like, but that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks. And, yo, don't get me wrong. Stitch looks fantastic. The vibe that they have going with that is great. But I'm not going into the theater to see this. And I love Lilo and Stitch. That's like my favorite Disney movie, next to The Black Cauldron. But you can look at that trailer and then look at the animated movies trailer, and you can just feel the lack there of a soul. I mean, yeah, they were using some of the tracks, fucking Elvis and the Hawaiian music. I can't remember the guy's name. Fuck. They were using every little fucking pencil pinpoint to really like try and sell. We're going to get it right this time, we swear. And it's like, music isn't enough for me anymore. Because if I based my intentions solely on the music you're playing, I would have gone to see Snow White. But I didn't. I can't. I'm not going to. They've taken the irony out of the film. They've taken so much of the soul out of the film. And whether the actress playing Nani is going to be fantastic as her or not, at the same time, it's like you're here doing all these different things with source material, and the one time you need somebody from that part of the fucking world to star in your movie, you get one, but she don't look nothing like Nani does.
It's kind of crazy because, yes, she is from Kauai, Hawaii. She is from Hawaii.
Yeah. But I don't know if she grew up there. I know she was born there. I don't know if she grew up there, but
it says born and raised. It says born and raised. But that headshot of hers, she does look very, very pale.
Quite.
And then I'm looking at a picture of her as Nani, and I'm like, it doesn't. I mean, I could see it, but it doesn't look like her. This girl looks more like a Moana. But I digress. Oh shit, that's one.
That's one of many. It's gonna be a digression-a-thon tonight.
Oh, tonight's gonna suck.
and like I don't know. She could be the most beautiful Hawaiian actress in the goddamn world, but I don't think the internet's gonna take to her as well as animated Nani.
No, because animated Nani ruined people at a very young age.
Yes,
as the phrase goes.
Especially with that midriff.
Good God. It's like so I married an ex-murderer. Josie and those pussycats, they make me horny Saturday morning. I swear to God, let me stop.
But it is unfortunate just because, especially in my case, it's a movie that I hold so near and dear to my heart. It was one of the movies that I went to go to the theater to see with my grandmother, and she fucking adored that movie. She had 3 copies on VHS. She had all the soundtracks, the score, the licensed music. She had the plush toys. She had everything. It was very important to me growing up. And I know if rest her soul, she was here, she'd look me dead in the eye, and in that voice, she'd be like, "This looks like a steaming pile of shit." And yeah.
I hope Disney learns a lesson. I doubt they will. If for whatever reason they still get bank. Oh shit, I knew I forgot something talking about Disney, but that's okay. Fuck it. We'll get to it sometime later down the line. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, this is twofold. This is actually like the whole idea was just bad from the jump. If Disney would have just hired somebody fitting the profile, we probably wouldn't have had as much controversy. But yeah, it is what it is. And I'll put it like this to go even a step further. Had they hired somebody who fits the profile and that person came out as pro-Palestine and the movie flopped, then maybe Disney got a leg to stand on back, in the back room saying behind closed doors, yeah, it's because of this. Then maybe. I still don't buy that, perfectly honest with you. I fucking hate it, but whatever. Snow White, dopey talks. There it is. Speaking of dopey talking, this week was a very, very, very special time of week because, ladies and gentlemen, CinemaCon is here, baby.
Is he, baby?
From superheroes to super androids, super dinosaurs, and a naked gun. CinemaCon 2025, baby. Woo! Let me tell you something.
Wow.
There were 2 trailers yesterday that caught me so off fucking guard. So off guard. One, I knew the movie was coming out. The other, I was like, wait, they're doing a what? And blew my head off. First one was the Megan 2.0 trailer. Let me tell you something. I didn't see the original movie yet, but I'm going to go tomorrow and buy it on Blu-ray. I'm just going to buy it.
Dude, yes, buy that movie. I love that movie so much.
Indeed.
This trailer is going to make me buy the first movie. I mean, I could just watch it on Peacock, but now fuck that. Because this trailer sold me. I know what the first movie was going for. Female Chucky. Okay, no problem. Right?
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute.
I'm okay with that.
Wait a minute.
Why?
There's a penguin.
What?
There's a penguin above the Jurassic World logo.
Penguins all day. Don't worry. They come into light a little while longer. Oh boy. That's not the only one, by the way.
There's not. There's also a penguin in the end with Fred CinemaCon.
There he is. Yeah, there he is. But no, anyway, this Megan 2.0 trailer. When I tell you I geeked out because it was just everything the original wasn't. And I was like, I'm so fucking down for this absolute madness of a movie. I loved it. I love the fucking Britney Spears song they're playing. The fucking everything they're going for. They got to turn Megan into a super android. I'll give it to me all day. To fight another super android? Bro, I love it.
Hey, this is literally Terminator 2, but for Megan. Because the first Megan was very much a horror movie, just like the first Terminator movie. And now we're going into action sci-fi.
Good.
Yep. As Dark Films comes in a little late with a take from the last segment, I'm at an opinion where anyone can play anyone within context. Of course, a Hispanic man cannot play a black character, but I'm fine with Rachel playing Snow White. Does that make sense? Maybe 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes ago. It's fine.
But yeah, no, I like the Terminator 2 comparison games because that's exactly right. You go from horror to action, even though this one has a lot more comedy in it. And that's where I thought I was like, wow, this is so well put together. Because what are you going to do? Like, how are we going to what's going to bring us back to see Megan 2.0? You can't really do much from what you did in the first one. You're up the kill counts, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing, right? At least with Chucky, he's still trying to get into Andy's body. Oh, let me rephrase that. Chucky's still trying to possess Andy so he could become human again.
Yes.
This one's like, hey, yeah, there was a prototype of Megan called whatever her name was. And she's loose. Abigail, I think they called it. And she's loose and she's running around. And
oh no, not even a prototype, because Megan technically was the prototype. They stole Megan's schematics and created this new android.
Fire.
Go on. It's so funny. Oh, how great. As Dorky comes now on topic, it says Megan 2.0 trailer was weird. It went off horror to action, which is something I didn't expect, but I'm hyped. Yes, I am too. That's God's honest truth. Hyped. But what y'all think of this trailer? Gam.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Like I love that we're just now in an era where everything is just putting Britney Spears in it. First it was Kung Fu Panda 4, now this. Like I'm all here for it. And you know, this is so Megan, like to a T. You watched the first movie, you saw her moves, and the reasoning behind, you know, giving her a bigger, better body is because her actress has grown up a bit. It's fucking genius, you know?
Yes.
It works.
And her being in that little fucking little android with the LED face, looking like a fucking Furby looking thing, that was funny. I like that.
I thought that was hysterical.
I mean, it did reveal a lot of spoilers for the first movie, so you know a lot of what's gonna happen in the first movie since you saw this trailer. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I figured it was good. It was fine. Like it took me this long to see the first movie because of the second movie's trailer, and so be it. I deserve that, right? I deserve whatever spoilers come my way.
True. But other than that, I'm really excited. I love the first Megan. Like, I'm one of the people that thinks it would be fire if they did a crossover between Megan and Chucky.
Yeah,
and not reboot Chucky where they're both androids and AI machine things. No, I'm talking OG Chucky, just having a back and forth with a robot.
The only Chucky.
The only Chucky.
Indeed.
Damn it, Mark Hamill. Why?
He was like the only other good thing in that movie next to Aubrey Plaza.
Pretty much.
Yeah, seriously. Oof,
pretty fucking much. But this is exciting. I really am looking forward to this. I'm probably going to see this in theaters.
Nice. Rob, what did you think of Megan 2.0?
It's exactly what it fucking needed to be. The first movie, the first trailer, it leaned into it hard. And what's the best way to make a sequel to a movie that was leaning into it hard? Take a wild right turn. It's like we go from babysitting killer robot to now fucking super soldier. Fire. Yes. Go with it. Embrace it. Embrace the meme. Make a good movie out of it. And don't cut all the important shit out of the first fucking 30 minutes because your studio told you to. I'm not referencing anything in particular.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, wait, what?
No. It's just the first Megan was such a movie. It's like it was wearing its inspirations on its sleeve to the point where it was funny. It was ironic. It was cool. And, you know, I went to go see it. Great. Lovely. Loved it. And now I see this one and it's like, oh, okay, so the Megan movies have the possibility of just genre hopping and style hopping across its possible trilogy.
And fucking dancing while doing it.
Exactly. Alex, no, I wasn't.
As he comes in. That was last week. No, yeah, I'm totally looking forward to this movie. But again, I'm going to buy Megan 1 now. I might just wait and buy it in a double pack just because. It's just one of those things, again, that I see a movie that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Then I watch it, and I'm like, oh, holy shit, I love it. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. But Megan wasn't the only thing that got me excited. We spoke about this on Wednesday, me and my two comrades here right now, during our Comics Cons Issue 2 speech. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse got a release date. Finally, that was important because it was, as of this week, postponed indefinite. But now we have a release date. We still gotta wait 2 fucking years. But better late than never. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out June 4th, 2027. Yeah, that's a minute. It's gonna be a minute, but
they're not doing a Christmassy release date like the other two.
Oh shit, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, they're making this one a summer movie.
You know what? They got to go all balls to the walls with this one, though. It's got to be huge because that second one was. And again, we spoke about this pretty much in length on Wednesday. That second one was everything I wanted and more. So I wasn't mad that I didn't get, fucking Japanese toy Spider-Man. But it's fine. He could show up here and I'd be thumbs up okay with it. But yeah. June 4th, 2027, I had to throw that up there because I will not talk about the other Spider-Man movie at all. Fuck that. I hate it. Turn the page. But I will stay with the superheroes right now, but with a twist. Animation. And you look at the bottom corner over here to the right.
Yeah.
You see my man, Prince Adam, holding the power sword. And I mean, all right. I got something here. I think this was from Joe Blow, who saw the little presentation at CinemaCon. This was the synopsis of the movie, right? And hear me, I was going to post it. I forgot to post this in the messenger chat. I'm sorry. I apologize. But fuck it. I'm going to just read this here right now.
All right.
Masters of the Universe follows 10-year-old Prince Adam, who crashed to Earth in a spaceship and was separated from his magical power sword, the only link to his home on Eternia. Right off the fucking bat. You already
what?
Know. You already know. Right off the fucking bat. I'm fucking talking about a stupid son of a fucking what the fuck? Okay, but it goes on. After tracking it down almost 2 decades later, Prince Adam is whisked back across space to defend his home planet against the evil forces of Skeletor. Yeah. But to defeat such a powerful villain, Prince Adam will first need to uncover the mysteries of his past and become He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Oh, no. Okay, so it's bad enough. And I don't say that lightly because I like the dude, but it's bad enough Jared Leto's playing Skeletor, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. But fuck me, when the early picks were coming out, this pick right here is in that vein, but the picks where he was like with cops, I thought it was just while they were on set and security, having a goofball and somebody snapped the picture. And I was like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe these security guards know who He-Man is. And he's like, yo, I'm playing He-Man. And they're like, oh, dope. I love He-Man. And yeah, he's getting arrested in the movie. That's real. That's happening in the movie. And why? Why is he on Earth? Like, what the Let me tell you something, brother. I want this movie to succeed. I fucking hate what they're doing. Don't make them cut. Listen, it worked for Dolph Lundgren, but that was for another reason. Don't do this. And don't get me wrong. Like, just look at this picture. This kid looks like Prince Adam, right? He does.
Looks like Macaulay Culkin.
He looks like Macaulay Bulkin, bro. Oh! Jesus Christ. Sorry, but yes, Dorky. Jared Leto is playing Skeletor.
Why?
I fear for this. I really do. My hopes were very, very high for this. But, and again, even with Jared Leto, I don't give a fuck. I like the guy. Listen. I'm fine with him. But when I read 10-year-old Prince Adam crashed on Earth, everything went out the window for me. everything. I was so fucking done.
Mhm.
Done. Now, also in that article, I didn't clip it, but off the top of my head, and pretty much any other person, any other outlet that was there during the presentation, all said the same thing though. And I cannot wait to see that. And it was, the costume and sets are accurate to a fucking T. It's like watching the cartoon come to life. Now I'm saying it because look at Skeletor. Yeah. You telling me Jared Leto's going to look like that? Because I'm in. And don't get me wrong, Frank Langella back in the 80s scared the fuck out of me as Skeletor. I love that Skeletor.
Pudding face Skeletor.
Pudding face. Yeah, you know what? That's shit. That's a really good way of putting it. Pudding face Skeletor. Shit. On that alone, I'm really down. Idris Elba's playing Man at Arms. I forgot all about that.
Fire casting.
But that's dope. Yes, fire casting indeed. So while I absolutely hate the idea of Prince Adam on Earth, hearing that when we get to Eternia, when we get to He-Man and all of that, it's like right out your TV screen from the 80s, I feel at ease. The only thing is we have to see it now. Now we have to fucking see it. Like they needed to start dropping some fucking promo images like post haste.
Mhm.
Where's the trailer?
They didn't have a trailer, but they had like a sizzle reel of photos. Yeah. And then some like mock artwork to showcase what they're doing. So yeah, I mean, it comes out next year. This is big, but let me get to Doki real quick. The dude who played He-Man in that Netflix animated series went to my high school, and he was in the same theater program, had the same teacher I perform on stage as he did. Nice.
Bye.
So, Rob, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
What do you think of that plot synopsis for Masters of the Universe?
I thought this was supposed to be a remake of the cartoon, not the live action movie.
Right?
So immediately I'm kind of just turned off to the film even more now because it just feels like it's embarrassed of its source material. I understand that John Carter, I believe it was called. I understand that movie shook the foundation of cinema for like decades upon decades.
Oh, John Carter and Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
I realize that scared a lot of people, but you don't need to put He-Man on Earth. You don't need to cast Jared butt-fucking Leto as Skeletor because all it's going to be at this point is a possible cartoon-accurate-looking Skeletor, but Jared Leto doing his sexy voice.
Dude, hold up. No.
Like, it just writes itself at that point. And even then, it's like, well, what's he going to do? His Joker voice? Like, I can't, like, but that plays to the movie's strengths a little bit. I'm doubting a lot of it. What if I go see it and they actually pull through with a fire fucking movie?
I mean, if fucking plain Jane regular Joes like us can just get up there and do the Skeletor voice whenever the fuck we want, what would Jared Leto's excuse be to not do the Skeletor voice? The Skeletor voice is one of the easiest voices to do.
Hello there, He-Man. It is me, Jared Leto. I need to write shitty pop music with my fuck-off band 30 Seconds to Bullshit.
Man, y'all really fucking good. This got to be your demo reels. By the way, Jack is a master of voice acting. His Macho Man, oh yeah, it's top notch.
Oh, you should have heard us when we were playing Rita's Rewind. Whenever I got to Goldar,
You're a Messi.
You're a Messi. You know who else wants to get those Power Rangers? My mom.
Jesus Christ, where's my power coin? I was about to morph. Fuck. My room.
It was a very fun playthrough.
So yeah, there's Masters of the Universe in a nutshell. Gams, your take on this?
Okay, so I don't have much stake in the Masters of the Universe brand. Like, I've always been aware of it. I've always had respect for it. I've never seen the cartoon. I've never seen the movie.
Damn.
Oh, movie night. That's a movie night.
That's a movie night. That's a movie night. That is. So looking at this from the outside in, it seems to me that this is yet another like way to like make the main character more relatable by putting him on Earth as a kid. And so, you know, decades later when he finally goes to Eternia, all he knows memory-wise is like Earth and Earth customs. So he'll be the fish out of water, even though he's supposed to be the prince of that land and its hero. And it just seems to me like they're setting up for just yet another predictable average Joe becomes the big hero guy at the end kind of movie. And that doesn't sound like the cartoon at all. So, like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly. And real quick, I just want to give a quick shout out to the original voice of He-Man, John Irwin, who passed away recently. December 20th. No, that doesn't make sense. Well, yeah, it does actually. But I just want to, give a shout out to him because when that man says, I have the power, bro, as a tiny little kid in the 80s running around in his He-Man under roofs, you couldn't tell me that shit wasn't powerful until, Optimus Prime came on the scene. But that's a different story.
That's a different story. Indeed. I was almost kind of like worried that this was going to be like He-Man, but he's Shazam when you first said he was 10 years old and came to Earth. Like, whenever he's a 10-year-old kid and whenever he picks up the power sword, he just becomes this big buff dude.
That would be funny as hell.
Oh, they should have done that. It wouldn't have been accurate to the cartoon at all, but it would have been funnier than what they're currently doing.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about it being a comedy. Now, see, it works for Megan. Not that Megan's a comedy, but it's an action comedy. It works for Megan 2.0. But this can't be that for He-Man. And I get it, want to be tongue-in-cheek. They know the source material. And yes, it is rather goofy. But at the same time, all the themes around it is dope. Like, fucking He-Man is the real deal, bro.
Yeah, like it would be cool if they like gave us like a straight up like adaptation, but like take it like as seriously as like maybe a PG-13 rating would give it,
Yeah. Now, like, I'll put it like this. I wouldn't mind, like, let's say a 2017 Power Ranger reboot feel to this movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. But at the same time, I wanted to really... Okay, I'll put it like this. Unless this movie, when he's 10 years old, and he lands, it's in the 80s, I'll be okay with that. I will be okay with that. I'd be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
cartoon
why not?
Voltron. I mean, like, I'll be down with that. I'm lying. I'm being very facetious here. It's not true. It's a lie. We made it up. Fuck. I'm sick of it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, finally, guess who's here?
Hello,
the crazy one himself, JR. What's up, bro?
Just in time for us to talk about CinemaCon. We got through a couple things before you got here, but we could quickly go through it.
That's fine. That's fine. As long as we didn't talk about the Switch 2.
No, not yet.
That's last. Because
right.
What did you think of Megan 2.0?
I didn't even watch the first Megan. I don't give a shit.
All right, see, he's out.
All right. And go ahead with your synopsis for the Masters of the Universe shit.
Oh, I don't think he knew. He didn't hear it. Because I never posted it.
I'm going to be fair. I don't give a fuck about Masters of the Universe.
There you go.
All right, perfect. Moving on. Also shown at Comic-Con, they had Predator Badlands. They dropped Elle Fanning is in the movie. She dropped the spoiler. Apparently the Predator's not a bad guy. The Predator's being chased by other things, not predators apparently, and apparently she's helping them. I kind of dig this. I dug the fact that this is actually coming to theaters November 7th. I thought this was going to be like a Hulu exclusive like Prey was, but Prey also came out kind of during the pandemic, so that makes sense. I am with this, especially because I saw something that said the end of this little sizzle reel they showed was this giant monster. Now, I don't know how giant the monster is. I don't think it's kaiju size, but let's say a Rancor. Let's just use Rancor, for example, in terms of scale. A giant Rancor-sized monster is like screaming at the Predator, and the Predator just gets all up in its face. Like, what? I'm down for that. I was like, all right. I see what you're doing there, Godzilla versus Kong. All right, I'm cool with that. But JR, since you're here now, man, Predator Badlands, are you looking forward to this, or you think everything Disney sucks?
Not looking forward to Predator Badlands. The Prey was fine. The CG was bad for the most part, but it was an enjoyable experience. Alien Romulus was a pile of shit, so it's just like an alien Earth isn't looking too chipper, so I have no interest in Predator Badlands. I've kind of washed my hands of this franchise as well. Thanks, Disney. Thank you.
Tell us how you feel about Snow White.
Oh, are we there yet?
No,
we already did that.
We did that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's why I figured we go first with that, and then...
No, you're good. Look, the Snow White thing, it's quick, simple from my part. Nobody cared. You made a movie nobody cared about. There was all this shit behind the scenes. You had actors spouting out shit they shouldn't have been during promos. You did shit people didn't like. You hodgepodged it together, and then you had a flop. Congratulations. You played yourself.
There you go. Rob, what about you? You Badlands.
I mean, just from what you said, I'm inclined to be rather excited because I liked Prey. I did. It had its shortcomings, but given what happened to Predator before Prey, I would have taken Predator at the birthday party eating cereal and drinking beer over another pile of shit like that. Fuck you, Shane Black. But yeah, I mean, Elle Fanning helping a Predator, getting chased through another fucking planet, monsters. I'm here for that. That sounds like a fun time. And I don't hate humans and predators commingling and co-working together. I don't. I prefer the predators trying to kill people, but, you know, as long as it's not linked to AVP. Just fuck that.
Oh, it's coming. It'll be here before you. Oh, okay, this just reaffirms my idea that JR really is secretly. Because guess who showed up at the same fucking time?
Spider-Man comes in and says, hopefully this young Predator survives this time, unlike the siblings from AVP. Yeah.
No, they all deserve to die for being in shit movies.
Damn.
Fair point.
Gams, your take? Predator Borderlands?
Borderlands.
Randy.
Badlands. Where am I going? Badlands. My bad.
Fucking Randy.
Fucking Randy.
No, but for real, this seems interesting. I like big monsters. I like fucking Prey. Prey was fucking fantastic. I liked it a lot actually when I finally got around to watching it on Hulu. I hated Predators, so give me something that's better than that, and you gotta wait.
Wait. Did you hate the Predator or
The Predator?
Okay.
The Predator.
It was like, Predators is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Good. I hated the Predator. Anything that's not that good, thank you. Okay, I'll take it. And that was before the Disney buyout, by the way. That the worst fucking Predator movie ever made was before the Disney buyout.
That is true. That is true.
Wow, Disney's 1-for-1 with Predators right now.
Indeed. Just not Alien. It's fine. Maybe they'll get their footing later. Doubt it. It's Disney.
No, they need to get rid of Ridley Scott first.
Yeah, they do.
And his whiskey fingers.
Now, eventually, I do want, just like all you guys, a movie where it's kind of like the first movie where, the Predator's stalking people in the jungle and killing them. But, until then, this direction's fine. I'm not mad at it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Predators, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, they showed Avatar. They didn't show anything much. They showed a couple of the Ash people. That's the new thing. Avatar, Fire, and Ash. I threw it up there because Avatar is a big fucking deal in Hollywood in terms of
I still need to watch the second movie.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again. I only seen it once in the theaters, and where I saw the first one 3 times in the theaters, and I enjoyed it. And I bought like the very big special edition, but that's neither here nor there. This one's coming out. I had to throw it up there because you know what? I needed to, add something to the dead space. But yes, Avatar, Fire and Ash. I don't even know when it's coming out. All I know is Zoe Saldana came out and promoted the show, and what's his name? James Cameron.
Jimmy.
Said, I'll be making these movies before I make another Titanic. And I'm okay.
Damn. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, what is he gonna make a movie about a ship that's not even fucking sailing yet?
Yeah,
yes.
I think he's making Avatar Titanic. I think he's making it on Pandora. He's gonna.
They'll call it the Great Caribbean Cruise.
So what you're telling me is the planet Pandora is going to crash into an iceberg and slowly sink into the ocean?
Yes.
Maybe a gigantic wormhole or black hole and start sinking.
I like this. I like it. It'd be more interesting than the fucking movies.
James Cameron basically just confirmed that he's going to die before the final movie comes out because he's just going to take his sweet fucking time with these movies, and power to him.
Yeah, more power to him. It's his baby. It's his franchise.
Yeah, he's making the billions. People doubted Avatar 2, and look what happened there.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Billions.
All right, we'll get right into it next with Primitive War. Something I'm very much looking forward to. On everything you see here, this is probably in my top 3 things I'm looking forward to the most, only because I'm a sucker for Vietnam and I'm a sucker for dinosaurs. So you're going to put one and one together and get this. Oh, I'm with it. The trailer dropped this week during CinemaCon, and I don't care what anybody says with it looks like Carnosaur or whatever. That shit worked for me.
Who the fuck's saying that? I'll kill him.
Oh, I swear to God, it was you. Oh my God, I cracked the fuck up when I read that comment. But man, when I tell you, this trailer had everything I was really wanting. It did. This had everything I was really wanting. The boots on the ground soldiers. It was just like Skull Island without Kong, and just the dinosaurs, and the Vietnam, and then the soldiers from Vietnam. I was so down for this movie. The fucking knife in the raptor's eye was great. This one right here, yeah, top 3. I'm looking forward to this very, very much. I will see this shit in theaters. I don't.
Yeah.
Gags, what do you think about this?
Oh, dude, yes. We need a new dinosaur franchise desperately to keep the Jurassic franchise on its toes. Because part of the reason why the Jurassic franchise is getting so fucking stale is because they don't have any competition. They're the only dinosaur movie, big budget dinosaur movie on the fucking block, right? So they could get away with anything. And something like this coming out fucking fills me with so much joy. Did you know that this is also based on a book?
Really?
Yeah, a book and a comic, apparently.
Yeah, a book and a comic. That's fucking wild. I need to track that down. I need to read this stuff because this is so interesting. Vietnam, dinosaurs killing soldiers like OG Predator. Like, come on now. All we need is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, for real.
For real. The dinosaurs look pretty great too. From what little we seen, we saw a shot of a Spinosaurus coming up out of the river to snap at people, looking a lot like the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, unlike the Jurassic World Rebirth Spinosaurus, which looks completely different.
Those are precursors.
Indeed. Then we got a shot of the T-Rex's lips. A little snarling action behind with the guy hiding behind a pillar. That's pretty cool. I want to see the full T-Rex design. I really do. And those, I think they're Utah Raptors specifically.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that their teeth are too big, but it's like they're supposed to be intimidating looking. And what's more intimidating looking on a reptilian-like creature than big teeth? I'm not mad about it. And they got feathers. That's cool as shit. Not very. We officially have a better looking feathered raptor than the Pyroraptor from Jurassic World Dominion. Fucking hate that movie.
It's funny because I look at a movie like this and I say, the people making this movie don't give a fuck about what dinosaurs are supposed to look like. They're just gonna go with what they've grown up with dinosaurs looking like in people. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
Whether feathers or not, I could care less. Whether their teeth are long, short, as long as they're ripping somebody's throat out. This is the movie that will give it to us other than Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Oh, absolutely. And it'll give us more than that because apparently this movie's aiming for an R rating. So we're going to see blood. We're going to see guts.
Well, as he comes in and
Spider-Man says, can't wait for the movie. Primitive War novel was a gore fest.
See? Told gore fest, dude.
Gore
so like if they're aiming for that R rating to be closer to what the books are, dude, we're in for a treat.
I'm totally on board. JR, what about you, my brother? By the way, I'm glad you're here. Missed you in the intro. Missed you, but that was my fault.
Listen, you're gonna have to change that intro. My whole logo's changed.
Oh, we added your new logo. We did.
Oh, you did. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So as everyone here in the panel is well aware, I've had a busy week. I didn't get to watch the trailer for Primitive War, and I'm sorry.
You're okay. You're okay.
So sorry. With everything that's been going on, I completely spaced it with having food poisoning in the middle of the week as well.
Good God!
Oh, dude, it was heinous. Never eating Chipotle ever again. Never. It was awful. My toilet is a nuclear reactor still. Like there was some stuff, man. But that's a story for yesterday's stream that I did. But I will say I'm excited for a Vietnam era because it's my favorite era in American history. Dinosaur movie. That gets me going. But I also have to add to it, yes, movies like this wouldn't be made if it wasn't for Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and stuff like that, the newer ones. I'm also going to throw in 65.
65.
Because 65 came out like what 2-3 years ago, and it made a modest amount of money at the box office, but it definitely kickstarted this. Hey, what if we just did like these weird sci-fi or horror dinosaur movies based off of whatever? You'll make some money, and that gets me excited because it's like it's not just Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's not just Carnosaur, like it's like 2 or Dinosaur Island by Roger Corman, but that's an adult film. But it just gets me excited because it's opening the door to these dinosaur movies where it's not just the same shit over and over again. Whereas like Jurassic World maybe won't give us one thing, but Primitive War did. Just like 65 gave me essentially Dino Crisis, in a way. It gave me somewhat of a live-action Dino Crisis, the closest to the game we're going to get for some time. And I'm happy about it. It gets me excited.
Yeah, I agree with that Dino Crisis thing. I liked 65. I got to watch it again.
It's so good.
I was happy I saw that in theaters. I enjoyed it. I was like, that's fun. Yeah. Rob, Primitive War.
looks like a Sci-Fi Channel original movie with a budget, and it pisses off the snooty fucking paleo nerds on Twitter, which means I love it. I'm sorry, I can't stand some of y'all.
I'm
Some
a
of y'all have,
paleo nerd, and I'm in love with this.
yeah,
Like-
but that's like the whole fucking point. Some of y'all have no fucking like joy in your lives, and it's sad. But anyway, looks like fun. If it gets that hard R rating, that's even better. Dinosaurs, Vietnam War. Let me put extra butter in my popcorn bucket and get me an extra large Coke. I'll be there. I'll be having fun.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna pimp the shit out of this movie when it comes out. I literally am, because if it does get that R rating, you know, dinosaurs inherently they play to the younger generation, right? Like we all grew up at a young age, like, oh, what is that? That's so cool. It's a dinosaur, right? Whether it was a radioactive fire-breathing dinosaur from Japan, or just like the shit you would see on TV up until Jurassic Park came out, you know?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are pretty much a genesis factor of becoming a geek, right? Loving dinosaurs. Then seeing Star Wars and shit like that. It's a building block, right? For the geekdom. So if this gets an R, and you know, you want to take your kids to see this movie, I say take your kids anyway. I mean, Nothing was wrong when my parents took me to see rated R movies back in the fucking 80s. It should be nothing wrong with parents taking their kids to see R-rated dinosaur movies in the 2020s. So stop being pansies, all right? And take your fucking kid who wants to see a fucking dinosaur bite a fucking soldier's head off, take him to the movies to see that shit. I'm going to pimp this shit. I'm going to pimp the shit.
And if this movie becomes successful and sets a precedent for R-rated dinosaur movies, bro, one of these days I want to see a dinosaur's attack. Fucking adaptation, dude.
Oh God, Gams. I think we've talked about this. I've had that idea swimming around in my brain for the past 15, maybe 2 decades.
Yeah, dude.
Swimming around. I bought the whole motherfucking box set. I even ate the fucking 30, 40-year-old gum. I don't give a fuck. Not good, but I'm still here. But speaking of another R-rated, even though it's not R-rated, but definitely can use the letter R for something here. Jurassic World Rebirth. Yes. Now, rumor has it that there is. I wish Chase was here for this one. A fire-breathing dinosaur on the fucking island.
Apparently they retracted that, though.
Apparently they did retract that and said, no, what we saw was just a bunch of fire around the hybrid. That looks like a Mudo. But then Brother Chase, and God, I wish I didn't think I was so caught up this morning. Brother Chase said, well, if they are back, they taking that back, then why is the toy out that has a red light in the mouth of the dinosaur? It's out.
Spider-Man says, Gamera Bros, it's our time. It's out time. Yeah, you're right. You guys out of time.
We out of time. So, the letter R I'm referring to is this retarded. I'm just
We just out here slinging the slurs. Shit.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Listen, we got political with Snow White. I said I never would, but I got political. We went in that direction. And I'm gonna be politically incorrect. Is a fire-breathing dinosaur in Jurassic World, in the Jurassic World, in that franchise, is that retarded or what? I'm asking. I'll start with you, Shinra.
What are we talking about?
What happened?
Exactly, Chicken Little. Exactly.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about dinosaurs with light up gimmicks and studios retracting shit? Is that what we're talking about?
That's what we're talking about.
Si, senor.
All right. I'm gonna be real. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel just overall, other than my boy Gareth got to make a Jurassic Park movie. That's kind of just my stance. I mean, so many things could be going on right now. It could be outdated information, this and that. Or they could just be dead, walking it back extra hard, and the light-up gimmick is just a light-up gimmick. Or they're walking it back exceptionally hard, and it's like, at this point, guys, you already have a fucking mutant T-Rex that looks like a testicle with legs. Just stick with it. If the motherfucker shoots hard fucking liquid super hot Cheeto goo out of his fucking creepy looking butthole looking mouth, do it. Just do it. It's an island of misfit dinosaurs. It's the fucking imperfections. It's, shit that shouldn't be, that you didn't kill and left to live on this fucking island. My expectation for this movie is so out there. It's to the point where, like, if this ugly ball sack with legs spews fire, I don't give a shit. If other dinosaurs do it, I don't fucking give a shit. I don't care. It's like you have Scarlett Johansson and a bunch of other people running around an island with guns, getting chased, and are hunting dinosaurs. I don't give a shit.
I hear you. Games. Is it that hard R? Really?
So, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, gonna have a movie, possibly, gonna have a movie where they have a mutant abomination of a dinosaur that spits fire. Primitive War looks like a great movie, doesn't it?
Primitive War! Oh, that was good.
But no, in all seriousness, this is kind of fucking dumb if they jump the shark like that, in my opinion. Like, these are supposed to be... This stemmed off of a book about the dangers of genetic engineering, and while these were genetically engineered theme park monsters, also at the end of the day, they're still animals. And I don't know about you, but I don't count like fucking dung beetles spitting out acid out their asses as breathing fire. So that just doesn't happen in nature at all. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Wow, that paleo nerd came on hard just now, didn't he, Rob?
A little bit.
Get back on Twitter and complain about it there. Get your fucking engagement fucking graph up, for fuck's sake. They're literal genetic fucking mutants that didn't work. Genetic fucking mutants that aren't even on the main island because they suck so much. This D-Rex, this Dong Rex, this Dickalele fucking Rex, if it fucking spits fire, acid out its dick hole, its asshole, its mouth hole, how is that beyond the realm of possibility? You're on a fucking island filled with these fucking things.
The D stands for dynamite.
No, it doesn't.
Brother.
I know what it stands for.
Dick?
I'm going to you next. Then is it retarded?
The D stands for Dragon Rex. What if they were trying to make a fucking dragon?
I mean,
You ain't wrong.
you ain't wrong. If they're trying to
it's
make,
like-
if they were trying to make a dragon, I guess
It's not like it would be that far-fetched, because scientists could have been like, look, we created dinosaurs. Maybe we could create a dragon.
Yeah, let's just mix T-Rex with pterodactyl to give them wings and find something that breathes fire.
If
That's
it's okay for toys, why isn't it okay for movies?
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but that's the route you got to go. For me, logically, it's like, if you're going to make an abomination monster that breathes fire and call it the D-Rex, it has to be called the Dragon Rex. End of story. It has to be. They were literally trying to create a mythical creature that has, from what we know, never existed on this earth. That's the only logic. Because if it's not that, this just like, yeah, we tried to make a dinosaur breathe fire, then you lose me a little bit. Just a little bit. And it's weird to say because it's in the name. It's implied with these, we redacted this shit. It's like, don't. You could even go with the design. Some of the most prevalent movies that feature dragons or Norse mythology, dragons were big, mutated looking creatures or worms. There's a lot of different lore with it, but Dungeons and Dragons, the movie, for instance, that was a pudgy dragon.
That's a good point.
It would logically make sense.
Heck, even that short for secret level for Dungeons and Dragons, that was also a pretty chunky dragon.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of my mindset. Does it work for Jurassic World Rebirth? It could. It could if done right, but also expectations have to be, the last 2 Jurassic World movies weren't that great. The track record for Jurassic Park / Jurassic World is there's 3 good movies and 3 not at all good movies. So we're 3 for 3. So it's those aren't good odds. We like the director. We love the director.
We love the director.
We do.
All of us love this director.
But let's just be honest here. It is another installment in Jurassic World where he came in when another director fell through. So, just halt the expectations like I'm doing with the Minecraft movie I'm seeing tomorrow. Halt the expectations and just go in with kind of an open mind. And it's there might be a dragon.
I remember
That's okay.
I remember when you said the same thing about Dungeons and Dragons and came out loving it.
Yeah.
I remember when you said that. That was crazy. Let's get to the comments real quick.
It's going to be from a dream sequence. Trust the plan.
Trust the plan. I'm going to jump over Dorky real quick because we'll talk about that in a minute.
Spider-Man says D-Rex is a Drake, a wingless dragon abomination. Yeah. It just would make sense. If they're really fucking with shit, genetics and stuff, it's logically they would have the foresight. Well, when the dinosaurs don't work out, what's the next best thing? We create a mythical creature because inherently we have the DNA of what you would assume a dragon is. Reptilian and aviary. Just splice the genetics together and throw in fire.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. I didn't think about the dragon thing, but now that JR said it, it's the only thing I'm thinking about. That's it.
Because it makes sense.
I take away the R for retard, and I'm yeah, the D-Rex means dragon. If it's going to spit fire, fuck yeah, dragon. Because it does make sense. But then I look at it and I also say, but does it? Because wasn't this the island that had the misfits from the very first island, which was Jurassic Park? And I don't think they were trying to make dragons. Then they were just trying to make dinosaurs, right?
Technically, this is Site C, where this is where all the rejects get.
What the fuck just happened to you?
Jumped out. What happened,
bro?
Oh
God, Gen's cut out.
Oh no.
You're very so far away.
Oh my God.
The tablet worked for 3 weeks.
Oh no. Oh my God, Spider-Man.
Comes in.
True. Universal got him.
God.
I kind of think I know where he's going because it's. What if it was just like also?
It's you too.
What if it's also like? Think about it. It's not just like original Jurassic Park InGen dumping the rejects. It could have been Jurassic World dumping rejects there too. We don't fully know.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, what was Dr. Wu really doing? Genetic splicing to create. Again, this is just me logically trying to make sense of a dinosaur that breathes fire that doesn't necessarily look like a dinosaur.
The point still stands, though. It's a fucking island of genetic mutants that weren't good enough.
Yeah.
If it's filled with your Saturday morning test subjects, if it's filled with things that just went horribly wrong in the test tube, why does it matter? Why? Because we know what this movie is. You're on the island of misfit toys, but they're living beings and they're dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand the hatred for this fucking movie so far, because it's like, we know what this is.
Yeah.
Why does Spinosaurus not have a guacamole attached to their shaboodle doo? Because they're fucking rejects.
Look, I agree with you because Twitter got to me and I got really pissed off yesterday into this morning, and we're going to get to it about what people were saying about that 1 minute clip from Superman.
That's next.
Yeah.
Next. I'm just waiting for Gams to come back.
Look at Messenger.
Oh, I shut it down. Sorry. Da.
But
as we proceed, okay.
Didn't we talk about the gun?
The naked gun in the room? No, we got to talk about the other gun first.
That's true. That's fair.
Okay, you know what? We'll do that. I was going to save that one for last because I'm going to be real. It was my favorite fucking thing from fucking Cinema God.
Which one? Superman or Naked Gun?
The Naked Gun. Are you fucking kidding me, ladies and gentlemen? Right?
It's the best thing.
Fucking believe The Naked Gun is one of my all-time favorite comedy movie series ever, because they do it right. Think about it. If I'm not mistaken, those movies are rated PG-13, if not PG.
Yeah, and they were directed by the Zucker brothers.
Whoever, but they are so fucking funny. It's all about the gag. This is where Mel Brooks exceeds, right? When he makes a movie, it's all about the gag. Fuck the story. Fuck your feelings. It's about the gag. That's funny. When I first saw the very first Naked Gun movie, I could not stop laughing, and it was the very first scene. These motherfuckers are fucking O.J. Simpson shooting a dude who's 1 foot away behind the barrel, and they keep missing, and they keep. It's about the gag, and then O.J. gets shot up. But he doesn't die. He keeps moving around. He keeps banging his head on shit, putting his hand in a hot pot. Bro, when I tell you, I could not stop laughing. It's all about the fucking gag. I love the Naked Gun series. I don't remember too much of part 3, but definitely the first one. It's Enrico Palazzo. Oh my God. Like, it's stupid shit like that. I'll say forever. This trailer drops. I thought it was a reboot. My God, when I tell you, tears almost fell from my eyes on some heavy stream shit because it's a sequel.
Oh, and they make that very apparent in one part of this trailer.
Oh my God, the scene in the trailer where he's talking to Lieutenant Frank Drebin and he goes, "Dad, I'm gonna make you proud," and all this shit. And there's Leslie Nielsen, his picture on the wall, and they start going down the line, and it's everybody. And when they get to fucking OJ and Nordberg, and oh shit, I was like, that's that make you mad. That's that make y'all mad shit right there. But that's the shit that used to crack me up as a fucking kid and teenager. Like, that shit worked on every level. And good God Almighty, when I tell you, this Naked Gun, I am preview night and Friday night. We might not even have a podcast that Friday. I'm gonna be watching this fucking movie. I don't care because I want to be able to fucking gut bust laugh in a movie theater, and I have not. And I don't know how many years. Like, I've laughed, there's been funny things, but no. It's the Naked Gun. This shit is the epitome of comedy for me. This is, if it ain't this, is Monty Python and the Holy Grail or Hot Shots Part 2. After that, you might have Scary Movie 1. It's over after that. But it was the Naked Gun. The Naked Gun is the fucking thing, and I cannot fucking wait for this movie. Plus, you know what the best part is? Liam Neeson playing all of his fucking taking roles and all of that shit and making it a comedy. Yo, I fucking applaud this man. I applaud this man for everything he's been through. Losing his partner, his wife, you know, in a tragic accident, and him keep on going, keep on trucking, and for him to now be Lieutenant Frank Drebin Jr.
So good.
Sign me the fuck up. This is the one. I'm sorry. JR.
Look, this is one of the trailers I got to watch. When Chase posted that in the group chat and I was watching it on my phone, and I was like, hold on, my connection's terrible. So I type in Naked Gun 2025. I love the originals. Leslie Nelson, he's a fucking man. Like, he was the man. And I'm watching this trailer, and one thing, and I said it in the group chat, and I'll say it again. One thing that makes a perfect spoof movie is when the actors play it straight.
Yep.
And the second that little girl unmasked herself and it pans out, I'm just like, hold the fuck? Did the Zucker brothers direct this? Am I watching Top Secret with Val Kilmer? What's going on? And then he says Frank Drebin, Police Squad. I'm like, no fucking way. And yeah. Oh my God, dude. It's one of the best moments in the trailer when everyone, because it's such a trope. It's such a trope in modern Hollywood. And I love how this movie's poking fun at it. It's the legacy. It's always like, oh, it's a sequel, but it's like the son or some distant relative. And it's like, yeah, it's Frank Drebin's son. And then it's the police chief's son. And everyone's fucking son. And like right there, it got me. But the O.J. Simpson. Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, if it was modern Hollywood, they wouldn't do it. I'm like, in my back of my mind, they wouldn't do it. And they did it. They acknowledged it. And the fact that it has to be a son looks at the camera and just, nah. Like, I cried. I watched this trailer probably like 5 times. It invokes everything that makes the best spoof movie. Actors playing it straight and letting the comedy play out naturally. He's not laughing when he's like talking to his father. He's very serious. Because Liam Neeson, as funny as he is a very serious actor. When he's taking down the goons and standing there in the skirt with his legs spread and you could see his underwear, he's playing it fairly straightforward when he looks at the camera and winks. Obviously, it's like, it's the in-joke and he's smiling, but he plays it straightforward. That's the best part of the original Naked Gun movies for me. And pretty much all the Zucker brother films and Mel Brooks. Yeah. The situations are hilarious, but the acting is straightforward. That, to me, is what got lost in translation after Scary Movie 2.
Yes. 100%.
Everything became a joke, including the actors. This is bringing spoof back to form and doing it in the most non-politically correct way possible. I can't fucking wait.
Or even better, doing it while the man is spoofing his own movies.
Yes.
That's the best. Like, come on, the joke is the joke is the joke. What?
It's good.
So good. These young kids don't get it, Rob. These young kids, they don't understand how that is real comedy.
Yeah, and that's what has me excited for this because it evokes everything that you two have said. It's like the spoof comedy, like comedy. It feels like that comedy movie that you've been waiting for since the last time I think I was in a movie theater where the audience gutturally laughed was 22 Jump Street. And that was well over a decade ago.
Well over. That was actually hysterical.
It was. But, dude, watching the trailer, I get it. They get it. And I love that they get it, and I love that I fucking get it because comedy films have gone down the shitter. Comedy specials have gone down the shitter. You're either getting somebody that's playing it so straight, it's just unfunny. Somebody who's trying so hard to be offensive, it's just not funny. Or some motherfucker that's just so bent out of shape because he got some flack and he just keeps running the same fucking joke into the ground. Now we have a movie. We've got a movie with people were calling Liam Neeson the godfather of action films in the late 2000s to early 2010s. Yep. And he's playing Leslie Nielsen's son. It's great. It's great. And it's from the director who did Hot Rod with Andy Samberg. It's like you can't go wrong with that.
Wait! Oh, yeah, you're fucking kidding me!
Akiva Schaffer, yeah.
Oh, nah.
I fucking love that movie. And I was just gonna say the producer Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah,
who's a huge fan of Naked Gun. Oh my fucking god, this is brilliant.
And originally, I thought Seth MacFarlane would have been directing it because this just
would have been
like it just seems like his shtick, but he's producing. Akiva Schaffer is directing. Liam Neeson's here. Like, dude, this is like a fucking like gilded round table right here of all the right people coming together at the right time to make the movie that people have been wanting to see without knowing that they wanted to see it.
Yeah.
And I really hope that this is, obviously you want the gags from the original trilogy, right? You want a couple of them, but I want to see what they do in today's society, how we get to make fun and just have fun so we can gut bust laugh.
Yeah.
And I think
that's the biggest and best point though. And I feel like that's gotten lost in translation for so long. It's just like the point of comedy is to laugh at everybody, including yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if this is a movie that does that, and Liam Neeson's no fucking stranger to laughing at himself. That cameo he did in Ted 2 was genius. Am I to believe that tricks are exclusively for kids? Anybody could technically buy it. It's like, that's fucking perfect. He's doing his take and shtick, and he's in a fucking comedy movie, and it's over something as stupid as fucking cereal. It's like, yeah, that's why I respect the man, because he can laugh at himself.
Because
and whenever he's with Seth MacFarlane, it's just a lot easier.
And I'm gonna
you know what I see?
Real quick, J.O., hang on. I'm going to say real quick. As soon as I saw from Seth MacFarlane, my heart sank. I was like, oh no. Because personally, I'm not a fan. I'm being real with y'all. I despise Family Guy. I don't like it. I don't care for it. I don't watch it. I got 3 jokes that I cracked up in I don't know how many seasons. But and even Ted, I was like, I don't want to watch this movie, but I'm going to watch this movie because Flash Gordon. That was the only reason. And I'll give them the fucking props that they deserve. That shit had me. I was like, oh, that motherfucker gets it. That's what Flash Gordon is right there. So when I seen his name pop up, I was like, oh no. But then the trailer drops and I'm like, wait a minute. Now, I'm not going to go run and watch a fucking Family Guy, but I will absolutely applaud everything I saw from this trailer. And if this man is producing, Seth MacFarlane's producing it, dude, thank you. Could we get the sequel?
Yes.
We got to go to theaters and we got to give this movie our money. We got to get the most expensive ticket possible. and just go with it.
And
Because-
this can't be that much money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, dude, this budget's gonna be nothing. Comedies don't have big budgets. They
Right.
make their return just like horror movies.
Let's see real quick.
The big budget on the comedy is the name. Like Jumanji 3, for instance. That was showcased on Monday, I think, in the Sony presentation. You've got The Rock, you've got Kevin Hart, you've got, Karen Gillan, you've got Jack Black. Everybody coming back to reprise their roles. That's a big loaded budget. Well, it's Jumanji, so there's a lot of big set pieces or, CG set pieces. But the cast is bloated.
Yeah.
It's just Leslie. It's just Liam Neeson. It's just Liam Neeson. This movie should not cost more than $60 million to make.
Yeah.
45 of it going to that man.
So I wanted to add too, this could be the start, and I hope so, of Liam Neeson doing Leslie Nielsen.
I hope so.
Because
I would
Leslie
much
Nielsen
rather-
was the king of spoof comedies because he played everything so straightforward in everything that he was in.
And his
Liam Neeson,
twilight years. You're right.
he could. Who would be upset about him taking up that mantle?
Nobody.
Because
Wait a
Look,
minute. Hey, JR,
look.
JR, are you telling me? Because now I see it. You just said it. Now I see it, and I'm going to choke you. Are you telling me that Liam Neeson could make a Bram Stoker's Dracula spoof because he looks like Gary Oldman?
I would fucking watch that day one.
Dracula Dead and Loving in Part 2.
Just play the shtick where he's sitting there with the ashes of his father. It's just
And it's Leslie Nielsen.
you have even behind him like Renfield's fucking son sitting there crying. He's like, my master. Just stupid shit. There's things you can do, like, that's just one example, but having a king of spoof actor, like, just, we haven't had that since Leslie Nielsen. I'm sorry. We haven't had a king of spoof when it comes to actors. It really went down with him, which is funny because if you look at Leslie Nielsen's early career, he was in The Forbidden Planet, which
Fire
is not
movie.
a spoof. But yeah,
They've been trying to remake that for fucking well over 3
yeah,
decades.
don't
now.
remake it. Don't. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, please. But I really do want to say, if Liam Neeson pivots and this is his new baby, like how Taken was his new baby for a while, I wouldn't be upset. The man's a great actor. I know he can pull off pretty much anything he wants to do. And if this is his new gig, I'm for it.
And that's
so
the thing.
for
It's
it.
like, look, Leslie Nielsen was a fantastic actor too. And, you know, some of those movies he got typecasted in because he was just a funny guy. But that's the thing. Liam Neeson's a funny guy.
He is.
He's in the Naked Gun reboot sequel. This is officially the 4th Naked Gun. I can't fucking believe that. Oh God, I'm gonna die. I was not expecting a Naked fucking Gun reboot. That was not on my bingo card this year.
Apparently, this movie's original name, oh, The Naked Gun 444 and a fourth Law of Toughness.
Oh, that's great.
Apparently, because when you look on Wikipedia, like when you go under the Naked Gun franchise, that's its name. 444 and a fourth Law of Toughness. That's
Dude, that could still
grand.
be the title. Like, very well. They could have shortened it to The Naked Gun because of posters or some shit.
If I go into that movie theater and The Naked Gun pops up and then 444 and a fourth, The Law of Toughness shows up, it's done. It's on site.
Oh my
Dude.
God.
It's
I would
Blu-ray,
die.
4K, digital download, triple pack, immediate.
And I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking of, you know, where's the police car going this time? Where's it going?
Oh, dude, it's gonna go to Tatooine, It's going back to me.
They just run over what are those? The sand people? Just get it. Yeah. Just
Bro.
fucking run him over.
Dude, it's
We could be on the fucking cusp of comedy movies not sucking anymore.
It's been so
God.
long.
I hope it is. And the fact that it's Liam Neeson just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said. Like, this dude is not, like, again, we grew up with this guy being that serious actor. The only comedy I've ever seen him in is Darkman.
Directed by Sam Raimi.
Which I
But-
have on Blu-ray.
And again, you know, and that's not really a comedy technically, but it's
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi. But this right here, man, after everything this dude has done with the Taken and all the Taken clones that he is in,
Yes.
like, that's his market, that's his niche. To do this, to do the Naked Gun, and to have that plethora of cinema in his back pocket, to not have the cop car run over all of everything would be an insult. Dude, I swear on everything. You don't even have to fucking run over a Jawa or a sand person. You know what you do? You just run over Ewan McGregor.
People
I mean,
everywhere will know.
Yes, exactly. How fucking hysterical would that be? Ewan McGregor.
He killed
and
Space
Brown-
Jesus.
Oh, it would be fucking perfect. I would love it. This is damn, now I want the opening more than the movie.
No, dude.
Now I want the opening more than the movie.
That or Ray Park. Like, either one for me. Like, I don't know.
That would be funny, Ray Park. But I think Ewan McGregor more because everybody
Yeah.
knows who that is. So you
Oh,
know,
yeah. Nobody remembers Ray Park. Unless it was Ray Park in full Darth Maul garb. No one's going to know.
exactly. So it's funny. We talk about the
Wait.
opening to the Naked Gun.
Wait.
Yeah.
The police car runs over Darth Maul just as he's activating his lightsaber as Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi are fucking squaring up.
Son of a bitch. You know what's
Just call
crazy?
Liam Neeson. Just
You know what's crazy? It's a fucking Naked Gun movie, and we're still like coming up with shit. We
That's
must be fucking hyped.
That's the thing. Like, there's no fucking way Liam Neeson is not going to be in a brown robe in this movie. You know what I'm saying?
God.
You know, so I was going to say, like, back in the day when, you know, way before the podcasting, anything like this, you know, I wanted to be a scribe. I wanted to entertain the masses through movies. I wanted to do that. And, you know, we had this idea before all of this started. The G Show has always been a thing since high school, right? It was just a thing. It was me, partner G2. We always had this thing. And I always wanted to be a scribe. The Naked Gun, we had this trilogy of movies that we wanted to do. And every intro to every movie owed the Naked Gun, because it was always going to be something like the car driving through the streets doing crazy things, running people over. But for us, it was going to be a bird flying. So I've never gotten around to doing it. Never happened. Lifed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here I am talking about that because there is a fucking new Naked Gun movie coming out, and Liam Neeson is Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I cannot fucking wait. It's gonna be the greatest thing in the fucking world. Honestly, it's the best comedy of that year. Automatic. But it has the potential to be the best movie of the year.
And I'll also add real quick, I have to attribute a little bit, just a little bit, to the incredible weight of massive talent. Because Nicolas Cage was doing what Liam Neeson's been doing for a long time, and then he was in that comedy where he played himself, making fun of himself. Liam Neeson is doing it, dare I say, in a better way, where he's playing himself, mimicking what he's been playing forever. God damn it. Let's get to the comments.
We got only one Oh, here we go.
All right, Dorky Films comes in and says, Naked Gun looks like the next cinematic masterpiece. It really does.
Really
It's
does.
true.
Really
It's
does.
true.
And then, of course, mwah,
Wifey comes in and says, Liam Neeson has the voice of an angel. He's Irish, believe it or not. So, yes.
He
So,
is.
yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Don't watch the... No, I'm not even going to go there. Forget it. But
Watch one
the-
of his terrible movies.
Or just watch The Gray, because that's a good movie.
I hear that's a really good movie. I need to watch it.
It's fantastic. It's depressing, but it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I did watch The Gray. Jesus, that's an old movie. Fuck.
Yeah, I saw that in Free Movie Tuesdays. Oh,
Can you think... Just take a second to think about that. Well, that movie came out, what, 10, 15 years ago?
I think I was out here when it came out. When I've been out here.
Liam Neeson in The Grace, serious actor, award-winning movie. Liam Neeson now, The Naked Gun.
It's perfect. That's
so
what makes
good.
that is honestly what makes this so great on paper, just because it's Liam Neeson. That's honestly, if it was anybody else, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's the whole thing. That's what caught me off guard, because I was like, The Naked Gun. I remember seeing they were going to do a Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson, but I honestly thought it was a joke. This was way back. I didn't believe that. So it's not something that stuck out in my mind. And then when Brother Chase dropped the trailer, by the way, shout out to Mama G73. We hope you're doing well, lady. All right?
Yes, seriously.
Doing
right
well,
now.
much love.
Much love. We love you, seriously. And Brother Chase, we'll get to you when we get to you. But he posted that shit in the chat, and I'm just like, The Naked Gun. Like, I didn't even realize who it was. I had no idea. And like what JR said, at first I'm on my phone because at work that's the only place I can look at Messenger. And I'm like, I'm not watching this on this. I go right onto the fucking computer, go to YouTube, and I'm like, The Naked Gun 2025, boom. And then bam, I see Liam Neeson's name, and I go, what? And the trailer starts. Again, I start throwing up because it was a historic. It was just perfect.
Yeah.
It was everything I needed. Again, we've said it and I'll say it again. In comedy today, we need more of this, the spoof. And I don't want like the spoof was, I know what the Avengers did after they ate shawarma and then they fought Ultron. Shut the fuck up with all that stupid noise.
Yeah.
The Naked Gun. End the story. End
Yes.
the story. Scary movie. End the story. End of story. Mel Brooks presents. End of story. That's it.
Yes.
We're done. We're done. And y'all could call me old, and you could call me whatever, boomer, even though it's Gen X, bitch. But my comedy is better than your shit.
Yes.
We went off on a tangent with The Naked Gun. We're an hour and we're almost 2 hours in, and we still have to talk about the Switch 2.
Oh, fuck.
But wait, there's more. All right. Last one from CinemaCon, and I'm sad Gam Gams ain't here, but Gam Gams hopefully could come back, but he had to step away for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we go from The Naked Gun to James Gunn, who hopefully doesn't get naked while filming.
He might.
He might. They
He's
dropped
from Trauma.
a 4-minute plus trailer. It's not a trailer, it's a hybrid trailer scene from Superman. The first part of this hybrid is the scene where you see Superman crash into the Antarctic, calls for Krypto. He's all beat up, bloody, Yamcha style. Calls for Krypto. Krypto comes. Krypto. I was so jacked. Ready. I'm excited. You remember when this Superman trailer dropped? Greatest thing in the fucking world. I was like, oh my God, this is it. ladies and gentlemen, it's not me. I have not seen the movie, but apparently people have, and there has been some negative reviews. I see this 4-minute clip, 3 minutes of it, 2.5 minutes of it goes to this particular scene, and I will say this. I didn't feel it. I did not feel it. Now, if you're a pet person, especially a dog person, maybe this resonates with you. But Crypto jumping all over Superman while he's like, please just take me home, makes me angry because I'm not a pet person. I'm not. I love your dog from a distance. Okay, that's your dog. It's beautiful, beautiful. I don't want it. I don't want a dog because of that. I don't want a dog jumping all over me and pissing on a fucking rug and shitting where it's not supposed to shit. Go outside, and then I gotta pick up its shit when it does shit outside. I don't want animals. I don't want them. I don't need that. It's not what I saw here. But what I saw here kind of felt shitty to me.
Really?
Oh, you know what bothered me? With the missus was like, why is it taking so long to get to the point? Ooh, shit, girl, what do you listen? All right, yo, don't fuck with me, bro. But I see what you're saying. I didn't like it. They get to the fortress. Again, visually, dope. They're shit. As Crypto is running with Superman towards the fortress, and the fortress just busts out of the fucking Antarctic. I like that because the Fortress of Solitude is hidden. I dug that. But they get in, the robots. This is a new robot. Oh my God, did he look at me? Yo. Dead that shit right there. I was done. I didn't like the dog jumping all over or injured Superman. The fucking dogs know. This is what pisses me off. Dogs know when their owners are in distress. They know. They just fucking know. I don't care what planet they come from. They fucking know. That bothered me. I was like, come on. I'm not even pet. Like I said, I'm not even a pet person. Come on. That bothered me. Ooh. Then the MCU jokes. Not even jokes, but the MCU humor. We just talked about how the Naked Gun does it right. And, oh my God, did he look at me? He looked at me, didn't he? Oh my God. Yo. That shit irked me, bro. That shit gave me a fucking hemorrhoid.
Oh.
It gave me a fucking hemorrhoid. I love James Gunn. I believe in James Gunn. I really do. This little 2-minute sequence should not make the movie, and I believe it will not make the movie. But in those two minutes, I was like, nah, man, this shit ain't right. This ain't for me. This ain't it. This ain't what the trailer's gorgeous. Superman. Bam. This wasn't it. I'm sorry. I start getting worried when I see people talking about who saw the movie. Meh. Nah, man, this can't how you jump off the new DC. This can't be how you jump off the new fucking DC universe. Just can't be. But that's my fucking take. I was not impressed, to say the least. JR.
I like this. I kind of do agree with you that Marvel humor, and it's hard to excuse because, yeah, James Gunn did do 3 movies for Marvel where he's done 1 for DC, and he is kind of headlining this. And yeah, some of the reviews from people that seen it were like, this movie tries so hard to be cool, but it's not cool. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? And then you watch this and I'm like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't. Here's why. Yeah, Crypto jumping all over Superman when he's in distress. That's weird, but for all we know, Crypto could still be a puppy. I guess I'll also add, it's weird that they chose this to show when you could have done anything else, because without context, this really does come off as Crypto's just an asshole beating the shit out of an already beaten the shit out of Superman.
That's
I think the design of the Fortress of Solitude's good. The robots didn't bother me too much. I didn't mind that one female robot with what she said. And then, like, when he's getting supercharged with the sun, and this was another thing people were bitching about, which I'll get to. He's healing, and he's screaming in pain, and people were like, why is he screaming in pain? He's Superman. It's like, bro, his cells are regenerating. Like, they tell you what's broken on him. They're fixing themselves. He's in a weakened state. Of course it's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah,
But that's where I go to Twitter or what people are saying, because I get where you're coming from and your points are valid. But there are people literally sitting here bitching that there's just a female robot.
Nah, see, oh, come on.
That's their complaint about this trailer is, why is there a robot who has a female voice? It's like, why the fuck does that matter?
Oh my god.
They're sitting there saying the CG looks awful. What fucking, there was like barely CG.
Yeah, it was the trailer. Every scene
Like,
was from the trailer. What?
That shit's like, this is where people, they fucking lose me with their IQ. They fucking lose me. It's the same people that say, I'm not gonna fucking go there. I'm not gonna fucking go there. But I'm not saying however much that Twitch 2 is because of that bullshit. That's what I'll say.
Find the penguins.
The fucking penguins. But yeah, I did dig it for what it was. It doesn't have me worried. It has me the same level. Because for me, it's like, this is all out of context. I have no fucking idea what's going on. Now, if the movie started off like this, yeah. I'd be like, when I go sit down and I'm like, yeah, this is how you start your movie. We'll see. But as like, maybe like a midpoint, just out of context clip, maybe they could have fucking done better. Maybe they could have done maybe a scene with him and Lois, and then he's got to go. And then you hear the music build up, and he's like swooping around, and it's from the people's perspective, and then you see him flying in the city or something. Something like that. You don't do a clip to the masses of him already beat up, getting beat up again from his retarded dog, who doesn't know how to just stop. It's fucking that. I think that was a bad move. My expectations the same though. People. Snyder Bros, Marvel fanboys. Look, I get it. You're hurting. But I must say, the fact that they included these fucking robots and the Fortress of Solitude looking so good. Like comic book accurate shit.
Yes.
I have to fucking commend it because it's like, oh my god. James Gunn, like, his writing may not be there in this clip, but everything else is straight out of a Superman comic. Like, visually, I see it. I really do see it. And that's what I gather. So, I get the criticism from you that everyone else is fucking stupid. The CG doesn't. Why does the robot have a female voice? Why do you? Fucking, there's bigger problems in the world than a robot getting she's got a crush on Superman for a second. That's what bothers you people. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit, I am those people.
No, I just mean the people that are more like pissed off that it's a female robot. I'm like,
that don't bother me. I was just like,
yeah,
you're a fucking robot. Just no. Unless you're Johnny Five, no personality. I digress. Oh shit, that's two. Rob, Superman.
I genuinely like the vitriol, the hatred, the disdain. I don't get it.
No.
I know where it's coming from though, and those are probably the last people I would listen to when it comes to an opinion on a DC franchise, because half of those people are fucking drunk off of too gritty to have a fucking color wheel in their goddamn movie bullshit. Sorry. I don't give a fuck. Because I saw this clip and I was fine with it. It's James Gunn. I'm sorry. It's like, I was expecting something like that. I will say, if I am going to critique, like JR said, you could have shown anything. It would have been great to see not something wholesome. It would have been great to see a little bit more of a different character aspect. It would have been great to see some action because, you break this thing down to its, most basic integrities. It's going to be an action movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, show me some action. That's my only complaint. Because what I saw here, I'm fine with it. Yeah, it didn't have the music that made me almost tear up. Yeah, it didn't have that tone, that visage, that feel that the first trailer had. But at the same time, it's like it's not something that I'm upset about, and it's not something I wasn't expecting from a James Gunn production. I can't take any of the criticisms I've seen so far like to heart, because half of them are coming from people that are still butthurt over the fact that Zack Snyder's not in the game anymore.
Yeah.
He's off making fucking rebel butt fuck ass Moon for Netflix. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But with the people who have actual criticisms, people who are not biased to a certain director, I can't combat because I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, what I saw here, it didn't dishearten me. It didn't. I've seen the complaints and everything, and it's like, all right, that's valid, but some of the complaints, it sounds like they're just coming from the wrong people.
That's fair.
And it's just people that are just drunk off of, well, Superman needs to be dark and gritty. It's like, no, the fuck he does not.
He's not supposed to be.
No, he's not supposed to be. And, oh, boy, here it comes. Zack Snyder didn't understand fucking Superman, and people that say that he did are fucking out of it. I don't even understand Superman to a degree, but I know he's not that. Which is what breaks me up on the inside, knowing that Henry Cavill really wanted to do something legitimate for Superman in his tenure, but that's besides the point.
And it would have gotten there, too. It would have gotten there.
It would have. And I would have been all for it because I like Henry Cavill. I love that he's a huge fucking dork. I'm not going to get into some of the shit that's been coming out as of recently, but the dude's a fucking dork, and you can tell when he gets to be a part of a project, he puts himself into that project. And I respect that.
Well, and that's why it's like super heartbreaking to see, like, the rumors of like him having to re-edit because of what people are saying that are getting early screenings and the press he's been doing. Like,
I am fully of the belief that if James Gunn has a vision, he should post and he should make that vision.
Yes.
Agreed.
Because, bro, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, 3, fantastic. Slither, also fucking fantastic. You come from one of the most colorful backgrounds in the world. Trauma. Scooby-Doo. James Gunn wrote Scooby-Doo to be an R-rated comedy where Velma was a fucking lesbian and she was in love with Daphne.
Yeah.
I'd still go to watch that. Not just because I have a huge crush on Linda Cardellini. That's my wife. But
That's beautiful, beautiful.
On the real, though, it's like James Gunn should be the last person that should be bending to the knee for people who he has no idea where they're fucking coming from.
Yeah, because
DC, when it comes to like media, when it comes to cinema, I wouldn't trust half of the people fucking saying anything because half of them want you fucking dead in a ditch because you're not Zack Snyder.
Yeah. But he's also already proved himself with DC with The Suicide Squad, which is literally one of the best DC films.
And Peacemaker and Creature
and
Commander.
Yes. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the clip, like we were saying, I said.
Think that's exactly what it is, because I think you nailed it on the head, and Rob reiterated on that. That I didn't think of it like that. That was the wrong clip to show.
It really was.
Show something else, get us invested, so when we go see the movie, we go, oh yeah, this is that clip that we were so fucking hyped for. Dope. And then when the crypto thing happens, you're like, oh shit, like what happened to Superman? Oh my God, Superman just got his ass whipped by whatever, right? We don't know.
So
And then Crypto does the Crypto thing, and then you could either laugh and giggle at it, or you can roll your eyes at it. But you make that decision there in the theater after the fucking ticket is bought.
Yeah.
Fuck.
yeah, and I think that's part of what Gunn is trying to do. Just because the last 10 years have been ruled by a Superman that's, no offense to Henry, it's not your fault, it's the director's fault, just like Hayden Christensen. You were bland. You were milquetoast. You were not to the toppest of your fucking degree in a handful of the movies you were in. James Gunn's trying to show humanity, the lighter side to things. And, that's cool. But again, this at its core is going to be an action movie. Superman is capable of so much. Eventually, like trailer 2 needs to show Superman fucking duffing a motherfucker. It does. Because people aren't going to buy a ticket based on, oh, look at Superman and his cute. Like, that's not going to buy everybody. It's not. And I don't doubt that Gunn probably has a trailer 2 revved and ready to go where we see more of that. You see, Superman operates on this very strange preconceived notion that he's a boring character. I know this because I used to be one of those people. Just like, oh, he's a Boy Scout, this, that, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. There's nothing interesting about him, but there is. There absolutely is. You need to show both sides in the marketing for this because people don't want a cute movie when they're going to see a Superman movie.
No, they don't.
They want everything. Everything. Literal God on earth. You can show that. You can have that with the wholesome. You can. And that's where Zack Snyder failed because all he gave us was dark, brooding fucking God on earth. We rarely got to see much humanity out of his fucking Superman. Rarely.
That's why you gotta have Superman. Like, you should have shown a clip of him just saving a kitten from a tree.
Not not even that. Like, have somebody attacking people and have him fucking settle the notion in like 15, 18 fucking seconds. There's your fucking clip. Yeah. Showcase the better parts of your movie. Showcase the strengths. You don't need to convince us that this is going to be a heartwarming tale because we know that James Gunn knows Superman. Yeah. We know that. We know that for a fact. So now show us something that we know but haven't seen. And again, that's my only complaint.
Yeah. Listen, it can't get any further than that as we swing to the comments.
Lord Spider-Man says Crypto is supposed to have the human level intelligence when fully grown. He wouldn't have been happy and jumping. He would have been immediately concerned for soups. Could have been done better. Yeah.
That's exactly how I
feel. And that's where I'm also thinking like maybe it is the young Crypto. Maybe he's a kid. But it's still, again, time and place. If you have people coming out of the movie saying, it tries to be cool, but it's lame, don't show that.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. And again, I'm not a pet person, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't like pets
if I had
either.
A puppy and I played dead and the puppy was jumping all over me, trying to wake me up, then I'd be like, oh, I get what's happening here. I don't know. All I know is like, maybe not show that now.
Yeah.
Maybe show everything JR and Rob had said. Do something else. Show another scene. Show Luthor trying to or coming up with ways to get rid of Superman. Because that right there is interesting. Plus, who doesn't want to see Nicholas Hoult? Because I do.
Oh, I absolutely do.
So
motherfucker been cooking all year.
My God. Remember in the messenger chat when I said this right here could be its own separate fucking podcast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We made it its own separate podcast, but we ain't over yet.
No, we're not.
We ain't over. CinemaCon might be over. And if JR could spot the penguins, then thumbs up. Because JR, there are penguins in this podcast. There are. But the next one is going to be super obvious because I did not try to hide it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, going on to our final topics of the day, we got to talk about what went down on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday, right?
I think so, yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
April 2nd. So Tuesday. Wednesday. Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch 2 drop, and everything was awesome. Or was it? Because, ladies and gentlemen, don't hate the player, hate the game. Because Nintendo Switch 2 games are $80 to $90 and could be more. There's the penguins. We'll talk about those in a minute if you don't get it, but that's what it is. Let's start with the positives. And Rob, you're going to take it away.
Okay.
The positives, everything. Go for broke.
Okay, so the positives. Right off the bat, we were shown that Switch handheld is going to be running at 120 frames per second and 4K when docked. That is a huge plus because that is a huge ask that people have been having when Switch 2 was still Switch Pro, a part of the rumor mill. So there's that. On top of that, we've got first-party IPs, some of which coming back after decades, some of which coming back actually also after decades because Mario Kart 8 lasted a lot longer than people thought. Mario Kart World looks like a lot of fun. And I'm going to be up front with y'all. Beyond the downward side to Mario Kart World, I haven't cared about Mario Kart since Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. Watching the footage and everything for Mario Kart World actually got me excited. And I love Nintendo. Nintendo's been my number one since I was a kid. Seriously, I have not given a fuck about Mario Kart, but Mario Kart World did it. And then, as we see on screen, I mean, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. A Hyrule Warriors game that's actually going to be canon to the major story. Fucking lovely.
Yeah,
beautiful. I can't wait for it because I've played both of the Hyrule Warriors games, and starting up a level and then charging into a group of about 60 to 70 fucking bokoblins or whatever and beating the everlasting Christ out of them is one of the greatest feelings in the world. Whether you're Link, whether you're Linkle, whether you're fucking Impa, Zelda, I don't give a fuck. It's fun. And I'm here for it. And knowing that this system has enough power that's probably not going to have some chug and rub whenever you're in a crowd, fire. Donkey Kong Bonanza. The return of Donkey Kong as a major IP since Donkey Kong Country, the Big Freeze, I think that was called. Or Tropical Freeze. There it is. This looks like the ultimate, like, not even return to form, but the ultimate follow-up to that of DK64. Destructible fucking environments. Having fun. Embracing the Rareware aesthetics. And just looking like a Donkey Kong game that is above and beyond everything you could have hoped for another Donkey Kong mainline game that wasn't just side-scrolling. I was so fucking hyped. The music, the tone, and watching the Treehouse, the Nintendo Treehouse the other day, and getting to see gameplay, it's even better now. It's so much better now. Because literally, if you look at a rock on the ground and you decide, I don't like that motherfucker, you can punch that thing into the fucking ground and then rip the ground up, use it as a melee weapon, and take out the walls around you. It's beautiful. It's everything that I didn't know that I wanted. Now, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I've been waiting for this game since 2008 when the rumors first started about Metroid Prime 4. And even though we got that a week earlier, more gameplay, the whole 9 yards, I was thumber-smacked when I got to see this shit in 4K 60 frames per second. Now, I've seen Metroid Prime at 60 frames per second with Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch, because that's a GameCube game running on the Switch, and yeah, 60 frames per second, that's not going to be a hard thing to accomplish. But goddamn, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is so beautiful, and I think it is genius for them to drop Metroid Prime 4 Beyond on the Switch 1 with an accompanying code for the Switch 2 edition. So you buy that, you immediately get Prime 4 Beyond on the Switch 2. You just got to punch in the code and you're good. My dumbass is still going to buy both copies because that's just how I am. That's how I roll. Nintendo did an amazing thing with this Direct because it showed what their first party was bringing to the table, and it showed the second party support that they were going to bring to the table. Cyberpunk 2077, whole game's on the chip, no download needed. Fire. Are there going to be some downsides? Probably. Still, fire. You can't tell me any different. There is so much fucking support from the start line right now. There are so many different developers and studios that are getting behind the Switch, and it genuinely feels so fucking good to see that happening. First party support, Mario Kart, Zelda, even though it's technically kind of a spinoff, Donkey Kong back in the forefront, and Samus Aran back in the forefront. And I want y'all to look at this right now. We've got a Zelda spinoff, not mainline, even though it's probably going to be part of the main canon. We've got Donkey Kong and his first new game since probably 2011, 2012. We've got Samus Aran in a sequel to a game that came out in 2007 on the Nintendo Wii. Mwah. We've got Mario Kart World, a sequel to a game that had a longer lifespan than fucking Destiny thought it was going to be. 10 years of fucking content. No, right here. Nintendo slinged cock, put that shit, big thump, on the dinner table and said, this is what you're going to get. And as a Nintendo fan, I couldn't have been any fucking happier.
But I have to ask, why do I feel so flaccid though?
Yeah.
That comes later.
I hear you, Rob. I hear you. And as somebody who grew up on a Nintendo Entertainment System, a Super Nintendo Entertainment System, a Nintendo 64, my personal favorite, the Nintendo GameCube. Actually, it's actually tied with the Super Nintendo. I gotta be honest. You say all that, and I hear you. I see you. But my rebuke is this. Why it takes so long for most of these games to fucking come out?
I can tell you why right now.
Why does it take a Metroid game like this, Metroid Prime, when the last time the shit came out was 2007.
Well,
right?
No, technically we had Metroid games after that.
No, we did. No, that's why I said Metroid Prime.
Well, we had a Metroid Prime game after that too.
I'm not what the remasters?
No, Metroid Prime Federation Force for the Nintendo 3DS.
Okay. My bad. I'm thinking of like Nintendo. All right, my bad. Because I cannot knock any kind of handheld Nintendo systems. That should put a market on the fucking It put something on the market. But I'm trying to say like a Prime sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why does it take so long? So I look at this shit and I say to myself, don't get me wrong here. Don't get me wrong, because lately, I've been just as in the mud as you have been. But, in console generations, I've got several God of War games. I've got several Halo games. I've got several Gears of War games. I've got games. And yet with Nintendo, the ones I want, it takes 2 decades to get. Oh, but I could get a Mario Kart. I could get Mario. That was the one thing I was actually surprised. I want to make everybody know. I was actually surprised there was not a solo Mario brother game here.
Yeah, that's one of the first times in a launch of a Nintendo console.
Exactly. I was shocked at that. I was like, oh shit.
And that's scary Not in the bad way, though.
No, I feel you.
What
They're
in the
cooking.
fuck are they working on?
They're cooking.
To the point
That
where
shit,
it's like,
it's in the crock pot. They're cooking. That should take some. But that's my point. It's like I see what you're saying, but damn it, does it really need to take that long? And here's where I'm gonna get a little nuts, like the Joker in Vicky Vale's apartment.
I understood that reference.
Thank you. This shouldn't need to take this long with a Metroid game. You get a Mario you get 2 Marios, maybe 3 every console generation. You get a Legend of Zelda every console generation. You get a Metroid side scroller.
Yeah.
There's no reason, and I'm gonna be real with you when I say this shit. I look at this Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and I am not disappointed.
Neither.
But I am not blown away either, because I'm sitting here saying, this shit is Halo 3, maybe Halo 4. So I don't get it. Now, Donkey Kong, on the other hand, I played Donkey Kong Country. It wasn't my type of game, right? That was a long time ago, before the internet was a thing where you can voice opinions. I remember playing it, and I was like, all right, you know what? This is kind of difficult. I don't want to play this no more. It's not my game. Don't hate Donkey Kong. I see this shit, and I'm like, oh my God. This shit blew me away. Hyrule Warriors blew me away, only because I like that Shogun Warriors aesthetic of it. You know, I like there's 70 enemies on the fucking on the playing field. Kill them all right now. I like that. To do it with Zelda characters, yes, give it to me. But like Mario Kart doesn't do nothing for me. I can't stand Mario Kart. But I also, to be fair to Mario Kart, I can't stand racing games, period. Because I suck at them, right? Mario Kart will probably be the best racing game because of the gimmicks. That's what makes Mario Kart work. The gimmicks. Grabbing a turtle and throwing it at your opponent. Whereas any other racing game is, you're just racing. So I respect Mario Kart in that. It just, for me, not a system seller. It comes down to that Metroid. And I sit here and I look at that Metroid and I say, why does it take 20 years? Why?
I can tell you why.
Go ahead.
I can tell you why. Nintendo is a Japanese company. Metroid is not a big seller in Japan. That's the big thing. Metroid has never performed the greatest in Japan, but it's performed better over in the States. Now, Metroid Prime 4 had been in development long before we knew about Metroid Dread, which is technically Metroid 5, the sequel to Metroid Fusion. But I feel Metroid Dread's status as now the highest selling Metroid game of all time definitely spurred Nintendo in a way where it's like, okay, clearly we made a mistake after Other M in not making a new Metroid game for well over a decade, because that's how long it nearly took. I believe Federation Force came out on the 3DS in 2017, maybe 2016. Can't tell you. But Metroid Prime 4 was in the works for quite a long time. And I understand, but I also don't at the same time. Because here's the thing. Metroid Other M was a game on the Wii that was not very lovingly received. And a lot of it came from the gameplay, but most of it, none of it came from the gameplay. It all came from the story and how it treated Samus as a character. And it's because of the director, Yoshio Sakamoto, trying to basically not acknowledge that the Metroid Prime series was going on and the reason for its recent resurgence. He has since corrected himself, and, he helped direct Dread. He directs Samus Returns, the remake of Metroid 2. So why did it take from 2007 to now to get Metroid Prime 4? Basically, Nintendo getting cold feet after one game that wasn't properly or favorably received. When it comes to DK, I couldn't tell you because I think a big part of Donkey Kong is just that Nintendo doesn't want to make a game that's going to feel like another game. They were devising or trying to think of a way, how can we make Donkey Kong feel fresh again? And ironically, Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze were made by the same studio that made the Metroid Prime trilogy. And both of those games did very well. So why did it take so long to get here? It was Nintendo not wanting to put out something that felt bland. That and Metroid's not a huge seller in Japan.
So, all right. I kind of get it. What you're saying in a nutshell is the Metroid Prime trilogy, as good as it is pretty much the same game.
Yeah, it's the same game. Yeah, it's like
because that's the only thing. Because I'm like, you can't make a Metro Prime 2 if Metro Prime 1 doesn't sell. You can't make Metro Prime 3 if Metro Prime 2 doesn't sell. So what went wrong that we needed 20 fucking years to make the next one?
Other M. That's what went wrong. Okay. This was a game that was, I get not a 2.5D, but it was essentially Super Metroid if Super Metroid had more than one three-dimensional access to it. You were able to go into first-person mode randomly, but it really it was an unnecessary addition to the franchise that really didn't need to be there. It was supposed to bridge between Super Metroid, one of the most beloved Metroid games of all time, and Metroid Fusion. And to be completely honest, it was probably a cool idea that came out at the wrong time.
That's probably as best we're going to get it. That makes a lot of sense. Because I was always mad at the fact that, and again, I had Metroid Prime 1, and because again, GameCube, I fucking love that system. Loved it. Loved the little discs. All that shit was fun. And I remember playing Metro Prime, and I was like, I'm playing Halo right now on my Xbox, and I like that game. This one ain't doing it for me. I never got into Metroid on Nintendo nor Super Nintendo. So I traded it away. But the game that I didn't trade away was Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. First Zelda game that I played through to completion. But it was because I have a thing where I like to play cartoons. And that was a cartoon come to life. Worked to the point that I went and I got Link to the Past on my Game Boy Advance and was like, fuck, this game is fantastic. Love it. I get it. Nintendo should really have 4 pillars. And it should be Mario. It should be Zelda. It should be Donkey Kong. And it should be Metroid.
I agree.
It really should be. And Pokemon somewhere in there. Like maybe in a center.
Well,
right?
Pokemon's technically not theirs.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Eh.
But they only come out on Nintendo systems.
Yeah, because...
And phones.
Yeah, because of whatever. Game Freak Nintendo, they have a romance going on, apparently. So...
But yeah, man. So, all right. All that being said, not only that these were the Nintendo exclusives, the Nintendo in-houses, there were several games that I saw that I was like, oh, shit. Because don't get me wrong. I don't care about Mario Kart, but the Hyrule Warriors, really, I was like, oh, that looks good. Metroid Prime 4, I can't lie. I was like, I bet. Played the game before. Just different console, different title. But I was like, all right, I see you. Donkey Kong, I was like, yeah, that's what I want. Hack and slash, but just beat up the fucking ground. Okay. Third-party games. Things that were like Nintendo exclusives. Things like Duskblood, if I'm not mistaken.
Duskbloods, yeah.
Fuck that game. I thought it was Castlevania. I was like, oh, shit. They going back. Blew my head off. The fucking, what's the Mech X thing that I love, Rob?
Daemon Ex Machina.
Man, listen, you talk about my type of game. There it is right there, Nintendo. And if I'm not mistaken, I know for a fact Dustblood is. Both these games are exclusive to the Switch 2.
Yes.
So now I raise my eyebrows because I look at the price of the Switch. But before we get into that, I want JR's take on the games right now, the Nintendo games proper coming out for the Snitch. The Snitch.
Please.
Snitch! The Switch.
The golden snitch.
I think they look fun, depending on their price.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Because I discussed it yesterday a little bit on my show where we were playing. It's a game where it's what was it called? The Russian roulette game. Me and my buddy were playing on PC. We were streaming it. We were talking about the Switch a bit, and yeah, for games like they look good. I can't dog on it. I'm not a big Nintendo guy. Like, I'll probably play none of these. Maybe that Zelda game because it looked like Dynasty Warriors, but
That's what it is. Just with the Zelda aesthetic. That's it.
It looks fun. Like Princess Zelda. You know, she got cake, and I want to eat it.
She's cute and British.
And an elf. So
That too.
a British elf girl kicking ass. Yeah. It's good. It's a good life. Metroid, you know, I never played them, so I can't get excited. Mario Kart World looked great, but
Later.
Donkey Kong, I didn't get to see the trailer for it because yeah, I had to get back to doing all of my stuff. It's been a busy week. But yeah, as far as the games that were shown off, like it's cool that Cyberpunk will play on it. And I guess I could talk about the tech, right?
Absolutely. I already discussed it, so go ahead.
Yeah, I do love, and this is one thing I could not stress enough last night, and I will reiterate it. 1080p, 120 hertz handheld is fucking awesome. 4K docked is a fucking lie. I'm sorry. It will be in the sense that the PS5 and the Series X do it. It's going to use a lot of upscaling. I know what upscaling it's going to use. It's got the NVIDIA chipset in there. So it's going to be like probably DLSS 3 or 4, which
More
is
than likely.
NVIDIA's AI shit. Like I have DLSS fucking, I don't remember. I think it's 4 because I'm on a 4070. Yeah, it would be. I don't know. Their naming scheme's fucking weird.
Yeah, it
So,
is.
and it's good AI upscaling, don't get me wrong, but it's like if anyone honestly sat here and were like, oh my god, it's going to do native 4K, even 30, maybe for Nintendo's in-house shit with the cel-shaded shit, but it ain't doing that with a lot of other stuff because it's just the PS5. Fuck, you could even say the PS5 Pro can't even do it. It's PS5 Pro slightly weaker than my PC, and I can't even fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, temper your expectations a little bit, Nintendo fans, because that is something they should have marketed, and I've been saying forever, Sony and Microsoft should have marketed too, is it ain't gonna be native. Because, I mean, $2,000 graphics cards can only do native 4K at like 40 to 60 frames per second. And you're spending $2,000 on a graphics card alone. The whole PC build would cost you $5,000 to $6,000 to do just that. What its MSRP is supposed to be as of when it was announced, you ain't getting it. But you are getting PlayStation 4 Pro performance levels on a fucking handheld. And there ain't nothing wrong with 1080p over 60. My whole rig is, I've said it a million times, 1080p between 120, 165 frames per second.
Oh,
That's
Oh!
look at the man. Gabagool.
I have returned. What did I miss?
everything. We're wrapping it up right now. We're wrapping it up. Thank you.
No, we're not.
Okay.
No, we're not. And we
But-
just started talking about Nintendo.
But yeah, as far as the tech for the Switch 2, it's good. It's good. It's like more powerful than like the Steam Deck. I just think that, like I said before, Nintendo fans, temper your expectations because it's PS4 Pro levels of tech that has been confirmed. It's going to use AI upscaling when docked to reach that 4K resolution, like everything does. But that handheld mode, man, I can't get over that shit.
Mhm.
It's good. I guess, like, yeah, where everything starts to fall apart for me is what we'll discuss next, because everything I just said
Yeah.
at the new price point potential crumbles. And I will sit here and not recommend it for what it's probably going to end up going for.
Let's get caught in Spider-Man's webs before we get to games real quick.
Shooting Rope says, what a downward spiral what that switched to. Yeah, that's how I was feeling. It's like I was hyped fucking next day. Not even next day, like same day with some of the... We'll get to it. Enhancing Pokemon games is what had me shook. Pokemon games above 25 frames per second. Yeah. And then Spider-Man comes in and also says, the baby from the other M spooked Nintendo cold.
Yeah, and I don't want no motherfuckers up in the comments saying that it was a bad localization. It was a bad script to begin with. Get over it.
I have no idea what happened.
So basically, Metroid Prime as a trilogy operates between Metroid and Metroid 2. I believe Metroid 4 is going to move beyond Metroid 2. And basically, Ridley, the giant space pterodactyl that you always see Samus with, he murdered in cold blood Samus's family on the colony that she was born on.
Okay.
And whether you count the Metroid series, the Metroid Prime series or not, I mean, if you do, Samus has faced Ridley Metroid 1, Metroid Prime, not Metroid 2, Metroid 3, and then Metroid 2, now that you count the new canon. That's 4 fucking times. She has this crazy fucking mental episode where she can't be Samus when she comes face to face with Ridley, who starts his life as a furry chicken-legged Pikachu in that game.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
So it's a lot of lore.
It's a lot of lore that doesn't make a lot of sense towards Samus's character, regardless of how you look at the timeline. And it's just a huge fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I could talk about that for hours. We're not going to do that.
No, we're not.
We got a comment. Relax code.
No. Not even happening.
Okay.
I will take care of that one myself.
Okay.
Okay.
I have no idea, but all right.
Hi.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Nintendo and what they put out on Wednesday with their Switch 2 Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, what about it?
What do you think?
Well, before that, Naked Gun, love that. Love that that's coming back. Because, I had to leave for that. I had to leave for that. I love that.
We went for a good 40 on that one.
Again, had to leave before that happened. I need to get my word in on that. Liam Neeson, great. 10 out of 10.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. This game got legit to the point. He left. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Go ahead. Naked Gun.
Naked Gun looks so funny. I never thought that this franchise would even be a franchise. It was a one and done movie from the freaking 80s or 70s or something like that. And great movie. Never thought it'd get a sequel ever. Here we are, and it's the most tongue-in-cheek thing with some of the best jokes in a trailer that I've seen in decades. Like, this is probably going to be a peak comedy coming out.
Do you see the problem with the youngins? The Game Games literally just said this one movie. It's 3 of them. 3. And now it's the 4th one. And a TV show. Don't even
Listen, I didn't know. I thought it was just the one movie.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah, dude, it's a trilogy.
Well, I'm gonna have to do my homework then.
Yeah,
You are, because they're great movies too.
They really are.
So there's that. I don't know what y'all talked about between this and Nintendo, but we're getting to Nintendo now.
Superman.
Oh, Superman. More crypto. Cool.
All right, get to Nintendo. Let's go.
Getting to Nintendo. So I did not watch this direct when it came out. I was sleeping, and then I got blown up on Messenger. Thank you, Rob.
Sorry.
That this was happening. I waited for a little bit until like the actual direct itself was over, so that I wouldn't like come in like in the middle of it anything, so I can just watch it fresh from the beginning to the end, right? And that watch was fantastic, let me tell you. All the games that were shown, all the third-party support. We're getting Elden Ring. We're getting fucking Cyberpunk 2077. We're getting freaking all this. We're getting the EA Sports. We're getting all that. We're going full in. This is now a industry standard hardware console, but it's a hybrid, and that's cool. Nintendo is finally on the big kids table, you know. I love everything about it. I love the fact that we're getting GameCube games. I love the fact that we're getting a third Hyrule Warriors game. The new Donkey Kong is fantastic looking. It looks to be the same people that did Mario Odyssey, but for Donkey Kong. And Donkey Kong desperately needed it. He hasn't had a game in 11 years, bro.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that. There is one thing that was present in the direct itself, because I'm only talking about the direct itself right now. Nothing that came about after the direct already premiered with all that information with like pricing and whatnot. But one thing that kind of tipped me off that Nintendo might be doing some scummy fucking things here is the fact that Switch 2 upgrades for Switch games are going to be charged.
Yeah, I was going to get to that too.
Time out.
No, because listen, I bought
Xbox and PlayStation did the same thing.
No, they didn't. No, the fuck they didn't. I bought the Xbox One. I bought the Xbox One version of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I put that son of a bitch in my Xbox Series X, and I get the Xbox Series X upgrade of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for free.
All right, then PlayStation does that. Then it might be it might be a Japan thing.
Sony did it with their first party titles.
Yeah.
Xbox, to my knowledge, didn't do it to a lot. There was a couple of games.
Time out. Nope. Let me cut in. That's a lot. Because I did it this week, as a matter of fact. This fucking week. Now, you guys in the chat, my brethren, my co-hosts, cohorts, right? Sibs from another crib. Y'all know when I start playing video games, I announce that shit throughout the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I make them sick sometimes. How much I announce that shit throughout the chat. I be taking pictures, screenshots, putting it in the messenger chat. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto right now. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 4 right now. Do you know there was a sale for Grand Theft Autos, right? So I bought, because I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 4, I bought the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost and the Damned, right? They were both like $5 a pop. They're $20 a pop. Oh, perfect sale. Boom, bought it. Come across, and this is why I gotta push back. Come across Grand Theft Auto 5 Series X Edition $10 upgrade.
Yeah.
It was on sale for $10. I don't even know what the fucking upgrade cost.
The upgrade.
It was a $10 upgrade. I bought it for $5. but I
Yeah.
bought. That's the problem. There was an upgrade to the next generation
Yeah.
after it's been around for 2 other generations because Grand Theft Auto 5 came out on the 360. I bought it
Yeah.
for the 360.
But
Like-
isn't that inherently the problem? Is like
No,
games for previous generation, they want you to pay a stupid
Okay.
fee to play it on the newer hardware.
So
That's dumb.
That's what
in
that was-
defense of Grand Theft Auto 5, that was the second upgrade that they made. The
Mhm.
enhanced upgrade from the 360 version to the Xbox One version, from my memory, was free.
Okay, all right. You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I give you that.
That's where, like, and that's, I agree with Drew here. Like, sorry,
We shouldn't be charging for this kind
yeah,
of shit.
we shouldn't, especially for Nintendo, because it's like, it feels scummy.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
I already own the game physically. It's just like with the PlayStation. Like, there were PS4 games that I had to pay to upgrade to my PS5. I'm like, I already own your fucking game. I own it physically. You just want more fucking money out of me? Like, come on.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Especially when Nintendo started charging $70 fucking dollars for their games. Oh, that makes it even worse because now you're paying fucking essentially over $80 for games that you may have bought 2-3 years ago.
Ba-da-dan, da-da-dan.
Spider-Man comes in and says, upgrades are either paid or free. Third-party companies can charge or make it free. And so can the big three with their first-party titles. It all depends on the game/company. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also depends on the consumer, which Nintendo's...
Ugh.
So,
But look, other than that,
right. I apologize.
I was in love with this direct. Absolutely in love.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But don't hate the player, Nintendo. Because here's the deal. We go back to what this image on the screen shows. The games are $80 to $90 and
Yes. Yes,
So,
I was getting to that.
Wait.
Apologies. I had to mute for a second.
Wait.
You're all
Um,
good.
Wait.
So
wait,
once that
wait,
okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Wait. $90 is off the table. That was bullshit.
Oh, was
No
it?
physical game will be $90. The height is 80. I know it doesn't
Okay.
make it any better, but I'm just correcting the narrative right now. No
Okay.
90, just
good.
80.
So
Cool.
Mario
At
Kart
the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, the direct was great, but then I go on to Twitter after the direct, and then I see all this shit. Mario Kart World. Yeah, it's a new Mario Kart. It's an open world Mario Kart. It's like Forza Horizon, but Mario Kart. That sounds cool as hell. Why is it $80?
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm-
Now,
are
somebody
you asking that or
beat 'em ups on YouTube would. He brought up the price. He's not in favor of it, but he did present an idea that maybe the $80 price that we're paying is a pre-price for all of the DLC we're going to get for the game right up front.
I don't believe that for a second.
No, it is just an idea. I don't believe it either. But we don't know. We don't know fuck all right now.
That's
We're going
true.
off of preconceived notions. Yes, is Nintendo a fucky company when it comes to certain things? Abso-goddamn-lutely. I will never deny that. But he did bring up a good point. Is that what if this game is going to be operated as if it's a live service? Where you get free updates, tracks, characters, cosmetics, the whole 9 yards. And by paying $80, you essentially pay the one-time fee of getting things for free right off the bat. Now, he did also say, if they're charging you $80 and then they release paid DLC, fuck off.
Well,
Straight up.
I would even add to that. It's like, I can't agree with that still, because even if it's $80 and it comes with all the DLC characters, whatnot, you still have to pay Nintendo a monthly subscription to play on their fucking servers. So it's not a one-time fee. You're still paying a fucking monthly subscription. And
You're paying a yearly subscription. You're paying
well, it could be monthly, it could be yearly. People can choose.
depending. But
depending on who you want.
so you're telling me right now the yearly, as we know right now, is $70-$80. So you're oh yeah, I'm thinking of the family plan. So you're spending almost between $140 $160 depending on what plan. That's including the game. That's expensive.
Yeah.
And that's some highway fucking robbery.
Like I can't even be mad at Donkey Kong Bonanza being $70 because that's just industry standard now. They broke it. They broke that ceiling with like fucking FIFA or fucking NBA or some shit. I forget which game was the first game. Yes, it's
Donkey
confirmed.
Kong, Donkey Kong is confirmed 70. I believe Metroid Prime 4 is confirmed 70. Hyrule Warriors, I don't believe has a price point yet. But it's probably going to be.
That I have no problem with. Here's what I have a problem with. This is what I have a problem with. Yes, it's a powerful system. Don't get me wrong, but seriously, is the Switch 2 on the level of a PS5 or a Series X?
No,
and that's what
it's not even on the level of a Steam Deck.
No, it's more powerful than a Steam Deck. It is.
So it is. All right.
Yeah,
I could buy a Series X right now for the same price. You could buy a Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Kart World, and it's more powerful. Not all those games are $70 though.
No, they're not. But most of the first party Nintendo games are probably going to be 70. Like if a new Mario game gets announced, you best believe that son of a bitch gonna be 70.
Which is something that Nintendo has always done. And this was something I wanted to get into. I've seen a lot of discourse online about the prices of the games. Nintendo always done that. Games, if I'm not mistaken, Games put in the group chat, and before Games, about a year ago, I want to say, or something, fucking Brother Chase put it in a group chat. The Nintendo 64 was selling games at $75. Games.
Yeah. I do believe, from what I understand, the $60 game price standardized pricing didn't really come into play until the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox era.
That was back then with those prices that you guys were posting. That was also during a video game crash.
Well, no, the N64 was
in the middle of it right now.
And
the N64 was post video game crash.
The 64? No, it was still during. It was still going.
That was the video game crash of 1983. Was just the Atari 2600. That the NES pulled them out.
There was another
Super Nintendo games were going for $70, $80, bro.
Yeah, yes, that was another crash, and it wasn't until around the PlayStation came out is when that crash was ending. That's why you were getting a lot of those really shitty games, also contributing to the fact that Sega kind of went under, other than the fact that they did the 32X. And
rest in peace, Sega. Fucking Saturn. Rest in peace, Dreamcast.
Forever defend. I love that fucking thing.
Hey,
play some Star Wars. Play Terminator.
But it's like, yeah, we're in the midst of this crash, and I also think it's Nintendo sitting here saying, well, there's rumors that Grand Theft Auto is going to cost $100, so why can't we do it with one of our big open world games? And it's
nothing is open world, man. Nothing. No, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I said previously that at first I wasn't going to pay. I didn't think spending $100 on a video game, especially Grand Theft Auto, was worth it. Then, and not because I'm playing it now, way before I started playing it again, I was still in the midst of saving Gotham when I said, you know what? I will absolutely pay $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. You know why? Because Rockstar delivers. They have not delivered. They deliver. They give you this fucking environment and this world you can absolutely explore from top to bottom. I'm with that. But if I'm playing a racing game, I don't want to pay $80 for that shit.
No, there's literally no reason why Mario Kart World is $80 in my mind. Like, what are we doing here? It's a racing game.
That we know of.
Sonic Racing Crossroads.
Shut the fuck up, both of you.
We're
getting a direct soon dedicated to that of Mario Kart. We'll find out what's going on during that direct. I don't like the price point either, because I genuinely think for a fucking racing game, for a franchise that I could give a shit less about, ain't the fucking cake. But at the same time, we're talking on shit that we don't know. We don't know what the deal is.
Okay. Here's the thing. Something that's not on this image. Something that I don't think anybody was going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it. You know that Switch 2 tech demo game that usually gets bundled in? I forget what the fuck that game is called, but it's like you go through
Switch 2 Tour.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 Tour. Why is that game getting charged for? Why isn't that a bundle game?
What? They're charging?
Was Astrobots free as well?
No.
No.
Astrobot was not free. It's free right now if you pay for PlayStation Plus.
But when the PS5 launched, the one where you could play.
Oh yeah, not Astrobot, but yeah, that other game that like debuted Astrobot as a character. I forget what that game is called. That game was free, yes.
Okay.
That I can't defend because I think that's fucking insane. You literally made a system console manual into a game and you're charging, I think, 900 yen for it. So that's like $15?
$15 for a tech demo.
It's overly monetized.
It is. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody that Nintendo is a squeaky clean company because they're absolutely fucking not. And I do agree that Mario Kart at $80 is over fucking priced. But in this conversation, we don't know why.
Yeah.
We don't.
Well,
we don't know what the deal is.
But here's my thing is it's the value proposition, right? Hear me out. When the original Switch launched, games were $50-$60. And then Nintendo up and decided, well, everyone else is raising prices. Our first party games are going to be $70 on the original Switch. And people like me,
just Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, people like me were like, that's absolutely fucking insane. It is, especially for the hardware. They walked it back possibly. But with the Switch 2, and it's like 70, 70, 70, 80. Or 70, 70, 70, 90. You hear that, and it's like the value proposition for me, it starts to wane. Especially when we know that these aren't the legitimate prices now. The value goes out the fucking window. For me. Where I'm sitting here and I'm like,
yeah, we're paying upwards of like $650 for this fucking thing.
Yeah, that thing right there, real quick. So Rob shared this image with me. The bottom two images of this image I got right here.
Manufacturer suggested retail price. Price may vary.
That right there. I mean, we get that across the board, right? But it couldn't be more poignant into what we're going to go into next in our last topic for the day. But, all right, if Mario Kart ain't $90 and that's been cut out,
debunked,
it's proven.
$80 is still a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money for a kart racer, dude.
Yeah, it really is.
Like Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I'm pretty sure is going to be $50.
Well, also, I brought it up yesterday, and I'll bring it up a little bit tonight. The Switch is like, it's always been like the family console, and now like the game price like this going up to $80. Again, the value, like the parents look, it's like, okay, so now I'm spending $450, which should be the MSRP dollars for this, and then I gotta buy $80 for the game.
And you
plus, it's using a new type of SD card for like storage. So you can't use your original Switch storage SD. Nope. They're making a proprietary super speed one like the Xbox does with their expansion. So it's like the value proposition and the family dynamic with the value for someone like me, it starts to lose its luster a little bit, and it starts to really like close in on possibly going for the casual / hardcore Nintendo fans.
Oh, hang on. Time out. One of my brothers is in the chat right now.
Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Is it Spider-Man?
A man of culture.
No. Spider-Man's my brother. Don't get me wrong. But this is my brother. I know this dude. Steve.
Pokemon's a cash grab for them now.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It is. It 100% is. Like, even with this Switch 2 upgrade for Pokemon Legends ZA, I mean, yeah, it's going to run at a higher frame rate, but, like, the game still looks like trash. The buildings are just copied and pasted window textures all over a square.
You can't blame Nintendo for that because that's Game Freak.
That's Game Freak, yeah.
Listen, you're paying a fee and then buying the system to fix the problems that it had on the last generation.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, you're paying for it to be fixed, hardware-wise.
You're literally paying for it to be fixed.
Yeah.
And that's so stupid.
That's insane to me.
Let's get into the fucking comments before we move on real quick.
All right.
Let's start with the web slinger himself.
I shudder at the thought of $70 Pokemon games. Dude, it's going to happen.
It's
now
going to
that
happen.
they have a more powerful system.
It's not even gonna happen. It's happening. The next game is gonna be $70.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even pay 60. So
because if you get the Switch 2 like physical version of Pokemon Legends ZA, I'm pretty sure that's 70.
Yeah.
Also added to that, real quick, before I get to Dorky Films, you are paying $70 for PlayStation 4 Pro graphics when that console cost $400.
Yep.
I'm adding that because if you think about it, Dorky Films comes in and says, "Hey, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Scar King is the new Donkey Kong game."
We saw him.
He is. And me and the homies had the same exact fucking reaction at the same time. Michael of the Articulation series, if you're watching, I love you. We said the same thing at the exact same time. It was hilarious.
It's kind of crazy.
Spider-Man says, it doesn't help that Nintendo games rarely, if ever, go on sale. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they never do.
Nintendo games hold their value.
I was about to say, I think that was an in-joke with the rarely.
Yeah.
They were bought out by Microsoft and they have no fucking soul now, so who cares?
Spider-Man.
Directs are usually supposed to inform consumers. $80 is a hard swallow. And with lack of clarification, it's expected for people to want answers that should have been addressed. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have been upfront about all this pricing during the direct.
But that's the thing, they didn't know. The tariffs were literally dropped. Shush. The tariffs were literally dropped the same day.
No.
As Mario Kart World?
I'm sorry. I totally disagree with that. They definitely knew because this dickhead was fucking saying we're gonna tariff everybody. They didn't know what the tariff percentage was yet. I'll give you that. But
they didn't know.
Were coming. But they knew they were coming.
Well,
we'll get a 1%, a 2%, maybe 5%. No, come on, man. I gotta push back on that one. I'm sorry.
It's all pre-recorded, isn't it? Like
it's all pre-recorded.
Yeah, so like they pre-recorded that shit probably like a week prior, and it was still in the editing process.
But all right, but my argument still stands.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing.
It could have been a month prior.
I genuinely just think this is what they wanted it to cost, regardless of tariffs.
No, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, and that's look, Nintendo, that's fine. But fucking just admit it.
Yeah.
Why is it
this I agree with that. I agree
just admit it.
I will
say,
actually kind of nailed the price points a month ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's not a bad deal for what we're getting, right?
No.
But then I look at it now and I'm like, all right, for the same price of a Switch 2 with fucking Mario Kart, I could go buy a brand new fucking Series X. And that, to me,
Yeah, but why do that though?
Because I need more space on my shit. I
just buy an external hard drive for half, not even less of the
dude,
price.
He doesn't know how to do all that shit.
I could do that. No, JL's right. I don't. He's right.
He doesn't.
You
I'm
literally
telling
buy
he
an
doesn't.
external hard drive and plug it into the front of the console where the USB
Hold on.
drive is, and that's it. You're done.
Oh, son of a bitch. Guess who just made a return
Oh,
to
no.
the Geek Out podcast, you sons of bitches. You thought I was done after Wednesday? Well, you're fucking wrong. I remember when Nintendo was playing cards just goddamn ingrates. You motherfuckers want to sit here and tell me you're going to charge me $90 for a fucking kart racer, you bastards! No! You can't do that to me!
You're not 150 years old, you lying piece of shit. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out
what
of
the
here.
fuck? You were a kid when the NES came out.
You weren't even soup in your mama's crotch when Nintendo was just doing playing cards.
Guys, it's
You
Grandpa.
can't say me like a John Cena, you sons of bitches! I am the Gibraltar Rock! You smell what I'm cooking
Oh,
here
fuck.
right now!
We have WrestleMania.
Uncle Grandpa, get out of here! You son of a bitch!
Go away, Grandpa! You old as shit! I'm gonna slit your throat and watch the dust come out!
He's dead.
Go ahead, Grandpa.
Oh, no.
WrestleMania's this month.
That was his ghost. He came. He
Listen.
possessed.
I will say, like, concerning the Direct itself, I did really like that none of the old guard were there. There was no Miyamoto. There was no Doug Bowser. There was no that one guy that's in all the Directs, the CEO of Nintendo. I forget his name.
The guy with the ears?
Reggie.
Yeah,
Not
that guy. Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Not Reg.
No,
Reggie hasn't
Reggie-
been part of Nintendo for years at this point.
This
I'm
goes
talking
to
about
show
the
you.
Japanese CEO, that one guy.
Oh.
Don't
she-
even say Iwata because he has
No. Iwata, rest in peace. The guy that replaced Iwata after he passed.
The guy who created Dark Souls?
No, you fucking Nimrod.
Whatever.
Yoshio Miyamoto.
That guy wasn't
No.
there. Miyamoto wasn't there. Doug Bowser wasn't. It was all the fresh new faces, the actual developers of the console. That's cool.
Yeah, and they still
You know-
couldn't sell me on an $80 price tag.
No, they could not. No.
All right. Let's get into the last bit of comments before we get into the last bit of news because we're sticking with Nintendo, and it only goes downhill from here. So, my brother
Right.
Steven comes in and goes.
Astral
Absolutely.
Chains is good.
It is. It
Fucking
is.
Amazing goddamn game with character art by Masaka Katsura, one of my favorite mangaka. Fantastic game.
I hope that if they make a Switch 2 enhanced version, it's free.
I hope they make a sequel.
I hope Steven is still here because I want to just shout him out real quick because, yo, brother, last Thanksgiving Eve, we didn't do 50. We did 100 fucking waves. And Gears of War, we did 100 waves. We fucking killed it. That shit was one of them. Man, I never did 100 waves in a night. We did it. So,
Respect.
Steven, my brother, you know I love you, bro. Get Joey and your ass out here to Vegas again. Come on, what the fuck we doing? Hurry up. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da.
Spider-Man says, Nintendo acting like a dog that peed in the house and hiding from the reaction of the owner. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you ain't wrong there. I can't deny that.
And then Dorky Films
no.
comes in. Oh,
We're
we
gonna
won't
save
go-
that for the next topic because that's on point for the next topic. So yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All this shit is fun and games, right? Until somebody really gets hurt, and here's where people get hurt.
Yep.
The Penguin.
Hey, Baba Ganoush.
Danny DeVito Penguin. I love
I
it.
love his face. He's so confused looking. He's like, what?
Now listen, and I'll tell you why I put that one there. Pre-orders delayed due to tariffs. Nintendo hits pause on Switch 2 pre-orders. And Danny DeVito's face right there says it all for me. What?
Yeah.
Just in the U.S.
What? Just in the U.S.
Just
What?
in the U.S.
When we talk about how much the fucker was going to cost with the tariffs.
Oh.
Yeah, the projected pricing. Anyone want to say it?
So all right. So what? The Switch was going. Let's do this.
450 base.
450 base, 500 for the bundle.
And now with the tariffs there, look at the penguin. Look at his face. Look at it.
We're looking at 650 base, 700 for the bundle. Worst case scenario.
Where I can
Worst
go
case.
buy a fucking Xbox Series X for $500.
Not just that. You can buy the top of the line handheld PC gaming rig for less than that. That would blow the Switch 2 out of the fucking water.
Yeah.
So many might be asking themselves, what's with all the penguins throughout the fucking podcast? Us in the group chat understand why, and I'm gonna fucking just open up. I'm gonna tell you because you can't put a tariff on a penguin.
Nope.
You just can't. I'm sorry. And look, legit, wherever you fall in the political spectrum, I don't care. I don't mind. Personally, we're all about the geek culture, but stupid is as stupid does.
Yeah, our current administration don't give a fuck about geek culture.
Thus penguins, because penguins. And why not end it with Batman Returns penguin with that face like, what? What?
Yeah.
I am so fucking confused. Why is this shit going to be fucking $700? If that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Rob,
Dude, it's just you talk about the value proposition I was complaining about earlier. There's no value at this point. This is the crash for Nintendo.
Speaking of crash, my freaking browser crashed.
This is it. Look, and there's things going on that's people are trying to prevent this right now. Like there's some shit going on, so we don't know. But as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, do not, I implore you, do not spend $700 fucking dollars on the Switch 2.
Yeah, no. If this happens, we got to vote with our wallets.
Dude,
we got to tell them that this isn't fucking okay.
Look, that's straight like, oh, a new AMD graphics card came out for $900, and then you go on eBay and spend scalper prices of $1,200. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. And if you end up, this is what's going to happen no matter what Nintendo does to mitigate the scalpers. This shit's going to go up for $2,000 on eBay. I am telling you right now. Because they're gonna, I spent $700. That's including the tariff cost. I need to make X amount of profit. These are going to be hard to fucking find because of popularity and the tariffs. Dude, it's dead in the water. I'm sorry to say this. As of right now, Nintendo Switch 2 is dead in the water. It's done. You might as well not fucking release it, period. You might as well just fucking keep it in the fucking warehouse and sit on it for the next 4 fucking years.
Yeah,
it's
for
done.
the next 4 years. Oh my god.
It's done.
Listen,
it's fucking done.
It
is embarrassing.
It is. Before I get to the resident Nintendo fanboy, who is my brother from another mother on some real shit, went from the tri-state, the you know what I'm talking about. Let's get to some comments.
Trump's tariffs are the dumbest thing to happen ever happen.
That's true. It's fucking bad.
Dude, and it's not just the Switch.
And that's the thing. And again, it's not, this is not a political attack. This is just as geeks, what we like, what now we cannot afford. And it's not just the Nintendo Switch. Good God Almighty, there's a lot of imports coming from overseas in collectible status that's going to affect us. We're not talking about
just that, like PC gaming as well. If I
gaming,
decide I want to buy a new CPU because the CPUs are made in Taiwan, I'm now paying 35% more.
Yep.
Because of a fucking tariff. How does that help? How the fuck does that help the economy?
It doesn't.
I'm sorry.
My partner in crime, when we get down to the grind, when we're horde moding, says
the pricing is up there. The diehard Nintendo fans that will get it will make the sales they're projecting. Others, it'll be random, I believe. Yeah, I don't even know if Nintendo fans will pay this price, though.
I don't know either, because I think Nintendo fans, as Spider-Man swings in, will say maybe not.
Only for us burgers do we have to wait. Yeah.
And Spider-Man is still swinging in.
Those poor penguins are going to be visited by the leopard seal enforcers. No! Leave the penguins alone.
Leave alone. They didn't do nothing. Tax the penguins. Oh, God.
Tax the penguins. Tax them.
So stupid.
Back to my brother, Steve.
I've seen the original Naked Gun movies. Dude,
yeah. Yo, Steve, you know what? If y'all come to Vegas when the new one comes out, you and Joey, oh, yes.
Let's fucking go.
Yes.
My figure importing hobby is done. Dude, fucking everyone's hobby is
Everyone's
done.
is, dude. It's so ridiculous.
Gwen Stacy Venom says, hold me.
That's funny.
Some games on Xbox and PlayStation are free, and some you pay for upgrades. Yeah.
That's better than fucking Mary Jane being Venom.
Oh, God. Did you see the cover for issue 7?
I did, and I don't like it.
Marriage cover. Oh,
look, this is
Comic Cons issue 3. Not this week.
Comics Cons issue 3, boys and girls. It's gonna be a doozy.
It's gonna be a doozy.
But
all right.
Yeah, this
Let's
is like
this
doesn't help anyone. This hurts everyone. It hurts companies. It hurts the economy. It hurts the consumer, and it hurts the penguins. What the fuck did they do?
Right.
I'm worried about the Godzilla figure prices. Dude, it's already done. If you check Big Bad Toy Store, Hiya already started increasing their prices.
Yep.
It's already happened. Luckily, all your pre-orders, if you pre-order them prior, you don't pay the shit right now, the tariff. But for instance, that King Ghidorah 91 is $100 pre-tariff. If you go on right now, it's over 140 with shipping and tax, and it's about to get worse.
Yep.
Which is why I'm afraid about this, because the pre-orders, which were about to go live, Rob, if I'm not mistaken, April 9th?
Yeah. Like, literally early April.
Oh, right, no. Rob's fucking birthday. Pre-orders were going live.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
They canceled it because now
Because now we have to deal with this fucking idiot fucking moron that's placing all these fucking idiot goddamn retard tariffs on shit that doesn't need to be fucking done. I don't get it. I don't fucking understand it. And by God, I hope either he fucking buckles or somebody else fucking buckles, because we're done. It's done. It's fucking shit. Because if this shit ends up being $700 bundle and $650 just the base price, it's fucking Dunyan rings with a side of fucking gravy. And I can't fucking stand it. I really fucking can't. I work a shitty job that I fucking hate. I run a YouTube channel that's fucking going down the goddamn drain. I can't afford $700 fucking dollars for a goddamn console. I can't afford $650 for a fucking goddamn console that is more expensive than what I paid for fucking Xbox Series X. I can't fucking stand it.
As expensive as a PS5 Pro without the disc drive.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Go the fuck away. Your mother hates you. Your father hates you. Your grandparents are fucking dead because you're a dumb fucking cunt. I cannot stand it. This is the dumbest fucking thing to goddamn happen. And what hurts even more is that Canada, other territories, they'll be able to pre-order it just fucking fine. Granted, they're not doing too well in terms of the fucking pricing there, because last I checked, the Switch in terms of Canada, they're going for what we might be going for. If the tariffs were to affect them, they'd be closer to $1,000 in all of this. I can't fucking stand it. I genuinely can't fucking stand it, because I'm a Nintendo fan, born and raised. Yes, my first console was a Sega Genesis, and my first game was Sonic the Hedgehog. That's perfectly goddamn fuck-ass fine. I don't give a fuck. But this was the system that I was going to get this year. This was the console that I was going to get this year. Fuck Xbox. Fuck fucking PlayStation. Fuck the whole lot of them. This is what I was going to go for here, because I have a Metroid game coming out. My favorite fucking franchise. There is so much to look forward to here. And the fact that it's going to be fucking ruined by some idiot fucking orange man in a bad goddamn fucking wig with this shit-stained fucking pants and his idiot fucking rhetoric when it comes to goddamn business and everything in the fucking goddamn world pisses me off to such a fucking degree, because I was able to afford this without sacrificing fucking groceries, toothpaste, dental floss, the whole 9 fucking yards. It pisses me off beyond a fucking shadow of a doubt, because I know shit's gonna get fucking bad. $650 for base model, $700 for fucking bundle. Fuck off. I can't fucking do that. Not a lot of people can fucking do that. This goes from the family console to the fucking loser who makes a lot of goddamn ass fucking money living in his mother's basement's console. I can't fucking stand it. I'm fucking sick of it at this point.
Yeah.
Granted, this was supposed to go live for pre-order on my fucking birthday. I was going to wake up at 11:30 at night to go on all my fucking websites, get my pre-order in, and either be happy or sad that I managed to get one in. But at the back of my mind, you know what comforted me? $450 to $500. I was able to do that. I was able to do that without fucking myself over in the goddamn future. And the fact that this is happening because some dumb fuck thinks this is going to be great for fucking business is beyond my fucking realm of under fucking standing. I don't care what anybody fucking says. I don't care who you fucking voted for. I don't care for the whole 9 to 5 about it. This is fucking stupid. This shouldn't be fucking happening. It's a goddamn gaming console. $700 fucking dollars for a console with a digital game packaged in, not even physical. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
What?
Did we even talk about the fact that like Switch 2 physical copies might not even be actual physical copies?
Now we're going to get into that right now, but that's
a whole other different conversation.
I've been waiting for that. Actually since this morning, because that's when we found out that the pre-orders are delayed. And that's the problem with what we're going on. That's why you see, the penguin here, Dan DeVito. He's looking at us because that's the face I make. It's probably actually the exact look that I look when I make that face. What's up with these terrorists? Why are they doing it to the system? No offense. This system is not the strong boy you think it is.
So even if it was $700 for a digital game bundle?
I could get a piece.
Xbox. I don't care. Fucking Xbox was sporting fucking 8K for their goddamn console. I don't give a shit. It doesn't fucking exist. I wouldn't pay that either.
I could get a beast of a handheld gaming PC thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That runs circles around this fucking thing for less money.
But that's the point. That's the point. Remember when the Xbox One X the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 came out, the fight it was, right? Like, what are we doing? PlayStation 4 showcased the fucking games. Xbox One said, hey, you want an entertainment system? Fucked up. Nintendo dropped the bomb. They was like, yo, here we are. And it was at a great price point, but we are fucked because of tariffs. And look, again, ladies and gentlemen, don't matter how you view your perspective of the world is, know that however you view the perspective somehow is going to affect your lifestyle. This is our lifestyle. Who wants a Nintendo Switch? Who wants a Nintendo Switch too? I ain't mad at it. I would love it. Some of the games I seen, I was like, fuck, I want to buy it. And that's outside of the Nintendo originals. The third parties, I was like, that shit looks dope. That shit looks dope.
Like, dude, I said it once, I'll say it again. That Donkey Kong game looks so good. So good. Destructible environments, open world, just all the stuff that I would love in a Donkey Kong game. And now I'm gonna have to pay like $770 for it if I get the bundle with Mario Kart. No,
it's going to become what the PlayStation 5 was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's going to become that.
At a PS5 Pro price point.
Yeah. The only people buying this shit is those fucking
scalpers
people.
But there's a difference. That was a global shutdown. This is an asshole.
Yeah, this is an asshole, dude.
This is just an asshole doing it.
It's a global shutdown too. It drives me
take your COVID shutdown and shove it up your fucking ass with this fucking stupidity.
Yeah.
This is exactly what like people. If I see anybody who voted for this motherfucker say that these tariffs are stupid and that the Nintendo Switch 2 is too high of a price, I'm gonna be like, you voted for that. You did.
And that's the problem. And again, we don't try to get political here, but today the gloves are off. They're fucking off.
They're off, dude. This is Trump's fault.
It's legit. This ain't like nobody who voted for that dude expected this. But those who didn't vote for the dude saw this coming. And
we all saw this coming. Yeah.
Major problem. We can all get here. We can all come here together, have a good time, and talk.
Yeah, motherfucker said during his campaign trail that he was going to do this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, it's not that the people that voted for him that are now complaining didn't know. They didn't care. They didn't listen. Because
they didn't understand.
Big Orange Man says things I like. I ignore things I don't.
They didn't know because none of this.
Well, yeah.
Nintendo.
No, he said during his campaign that he was going to tariff all these countries. He was going to do all this stupid shit. So they didn't know. They didn't know what the fuck a tariff was. You look at Google search statistics and you will see a huge surge uptick in 2024, 2025 in people searching what is a tariff.
I think they didn't know it was going to affect this shit. I think they thought it was going to affect like Temu or something. I don't think they knew that.
Well, then that's your own fucking fault.
Yeah,
for
exactly, because we all knew this.
Searching.
We all knew it was going to happen. The second, I mean, fuck, we've known this forever. Like, this is. Look, I don't even want to talk politics. Let's just get to the comments.
We're not talking politics, but we got to end on it. We do have to end on it because here's the deal.
I know.
The fact that this thing came out on Wednesday and gave us a specific price point, a specific pre-order date, and then today, oh, by the way, I have the fucking news. I never read it. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders delayed due to tariffs. Release date still June 5th. Nintendo fans won't have to wait much longer to get their hands on the Switch 2. The successor to one of the best-selling video game consoles of all time is slated to release June 5th. Nintendo announced during its hour-long live stream that fully lifted the veil on the Switch 2. You will have to wait a bit longer than expected to pre-order Nintendo Switch 2, though. After initially announcing a pre-order date of April 9th, Nintendo has delayed pre-orders in the United States while it assesses the new tariffs imposed by the Trump administration. When pre-orders do eventually go live, the Switch 2 will be available on its own for $450, or the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart World for $500. However, it's possible prices could change given news regarding tariffs.
So here's the thing about that. The Nintendo Switch 2, in terms of its development, was split between China and Vietnam because of the oncoming tariffs. I don't know how that's going to affect it. I don't know how wild this final price is going to end up being. At the end of the day, it might not end up being that bad.
Well,
yeah, I mean, best case scenario, the price doesn't get changed at all.
yeah, and that would be good, but like what worries me is like China got hit with it's like 65%, Vietnam got hit with 90. I want you to think about that, because if that ends up
Nearly
coming
doubling
onto
the
us
price
because of the split cost, so we're
nearly doubling $1,000.
we would,
If
it's
this
just
thing ends up being $1,000, Nintendo's not going to fucking release it.
I
Mark
don't think
my
they
words.
should release it at 700. I think they should just sit tight and wait. Personally,
I'm gonna be real. At $700, I don't know if they'd release it at that either.
yeah.
Until something gives.
I agree.
Because this is so far out of their fucking rationalized norm. And don't get me wrong, Nintendo, they're sideways. They can be fucking astringent and fucking bad down to the T.
Yeah.
When it comes to being moral. But $700 for a console that's nowhere near close to the top of the line of what's going on now for a company that's prided itself on being the family console, I wouldn't be surprised if shit got walked back.
Yeah, no. They gotta work some sort of deal out here if this is the case, because like they're a family console, and like it's video games, dude. Like I don't get why Trump wouldn't see that. It's just harmless fucking video games. Just let the fucking thing be $500.
Because to him, it doesn't fucking matter. And I'm not going to get into the political side of this because honestly, politics is fucking bullshit. But at the end of the day, people like him, people like any kind of fucking politician, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. And if you think they ever did care about you and me, there's something wrong with you, not with the fucking game. Because none of these fucking people care about you. They care about this. And that's all it's ever fucking been.
Are you saying Nintendo is working the politics because they're like, yes, tariffs, we can raise the price now?
No, because they know that it's not going to work out for them.
Exactly.
I'd be surprised if they thought that way, because this is such a fucking gut punch to their market. If this thing ends up being close to $1,000 at a bundle with a digital game, it's fucking done. It's going to be the greatest rise to the most plummeting fucking fall. There is no war. There is no fight. Everything is fucked. Everybody's Sony.
What about Sony?
Everybody fucking loses.
All right. We're going to wrap this up. So before I say the thank yous, I want everybody to get their final takes on this. Rob, you hit it. I agree 1,000%. I will say this. That Nintendo, listen, they don't want this. I get it. But at the same time, I don't get the fucking price tags of some of their games. It ain't worth it when higher performing consoles have games that cost $10 less. And they say, yeah, it's $10 less. Nintendo should not be even fucking thinking about putting things up for $80. But that's my beef in that regard.
Listen, the way that I'm viewing it as, I wouldn't pay $80 for a Mario Kart racer. Would I pay $80 for the next Metroid Prime game if it came to that? Yeah, I would. Because I, in my heart of hearts, from the time that I was a young child to now, believe that if Nintendo are going to make you pay $80 for the next Metroid game, clearly they have fucking faith in it and what it's about to do. Because Metroid isn't a big seller in Japan, their native fucking where they're from. Would I pay $80 for a Metroid game? Yeah. And I'm not ashamed to fucking say it because I love that series. And I will do whatever it is that I need to do in order to fucking play it. And you know what? At this case, It's coming out on the Switch. I'll play it on the fucking Switch, and I'll fucking wait.
Yeah.
I will, till somebody buckles, till something fucking breaks.
Somebody will buckle. Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody will.
Yep. Look, he bankrupted a fucking casino. He put a 10% tariff on an island only inhabited by penguins.
Want to see my flipper trick?
What did we fucking think was gonna happen? That's all I'm saying. This is look, and it's ladies and gentlemen, definitely keep in mind it's not just Nintendo, it's your figures. It's Sony's consoles as well. It's PC parts. You're gonna be fucked. You're gonna be fucked for a while. There's even movie companies like Arrow. We're gonna have to pay more for 4K releases from Arrow.
As long as
they went from $30 to $40 to $70 to $80.
Oh God. Nah.
Where it's dark times. And I never thought in my life something like this would happen that would impact me so much to where I have to sit here and I'm like, should I pay $140 for a figure that goes for $100 originally, or should I just save my fucking money and not buy anything, because comic books are going to go up as well. My collecting of comic books, it's going to be super limited now, as I just dived into it, because all of that shit's made in Canada. It's printed in Canada, and then we bring it back here, so we get double the tariffs. This whole fucking shit, it's not normal. This isn't normal, right? Like, it's not just me, right? Like, I've been sitting here all week like, this isn't normal. Don't buy the Switch 2. Don't fucking buy it. If you are into the shit we are, I'm sorry, save your fucking money. Save it. Because you're gonna need it.
Gams?
Dude. It's such a terrible fucking time to be a geek right now. It's a terrible time to be a comic book nerd. It's a terrible time to be a gamer. It's a terrible time to be a fucking figure collector. It's a terrible time to be a fucking manga collector, a weeaboo in general. It's just fucked. I hate living in this country right now, dude. I hate it here with every fiber of my being.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
I apologize for my language. I'm going to say it again. I apologize for my language.
Me too.
Yeah, there's no fucking excuse for that, but I'm also 6 beers in and I'm really fucking upset about all of this because I am that Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
And you can ask anybody in this chat. I was telling these guys for months that Nintendo's going to take it.
Dude, it's not even just our geek shit. It's not even just our geek shit. You know what I was doing while I was gone, like that time between the fucking CinemaCon stuff and now? You know what I was doing? I was having dinner with my boyfriend at Buffalo Wild Wings. We just had a couple of burgers for $50 fucking dollars.
Yikes!
Were they even that good?
I mean, they were pretty fucking fire, but for $50, no, they weren't worth that. They were not.
Oof. Fuck me sideways and call me Molly Ringwald. God
Yeah,
damn.
$25 a burger. I mean, that's fucking harsh.
I mean, you know, it was the burgers and a couple of drinks, but you know.
Oh, come on. That's birthday. As long as you got the buzz.
I'm Buzz Lightyear right now.
It's so fucked. And I don't know what to do about it. None of us do. except hunker down, save our money, and just not fucking buy anything. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we usually say support the official release. No, don't do the bad things. But you know what? You know fucking what? When push comes to shove, if shit is too fucking expensive, if I can't, if fucking Arrow 4K releases and other Blu-rays and shit like that is gonna be this fucking expensive, then guess what? I'm gonna sail the seven seas. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna sail the seven seas for games. I'm gonna sail the seven seas for movies. If I can't buy it, then it's a service problem. It's just bad, and I'm not gonna take it like lying down, dude. I'm not taking it lying down.
Unless Arrow happens to release all the Ju-on films on 4K, then I might have to buckle.
Hey,
Like-
now.
Like if this thing goes up in price, don't buy it. Just don't. Just buy a Steam Deck, buy a Lenovo gaming handheld that'll be more powerful.
If
And
it
just-
goes up by $10 per model, then yeah, fucking whatever. But if it goes up by another 100 plus, then yeah, maybe don't do any of that.
Wait for it to go on sale.
No, it's never gonna go on fucking sale. What the hell are you talking about? Wait for somebody to buckle, because
Keep
somebody is going to buckle.
Keep going.
Somebody is going to fucking buckle in this scenario, because this is not manageable from any side of the fucking pond.
No,
Not
it's
from
not.
our side, not from the other side, not from the other side.
And not from the Penguins Island. Seriously.
And
Does he just not like Madagascar, the movie? Does he have something against the Penguins?
he didn't like
Why?
He didn't like Happy Feet. He thought
Why?
that those movies were shit.
I
Well,
can't get over
that's his fucking problem, because both of those movies were directed by George Miller, director
Yes, they
and
were.
creator of Mad Max. And
Yes, they
I
were.
can't
if you don't
get
like
over
those
it.
movies, that's your fucking fault.
To be fair, I like Surf's Up more than those movies because Surf's Up is fucking peak.
That's
Surf's Up's
perfectly
pretty good.
fine. That's perfectly fine. But Happy Feet 2 had Under Pressure being covered by a bunch of penguins as they were stamping a bunch of fucking ice and snow. I'm
It's so
sorry,
good.
but there's peak
But,
and
like-
then there's peak.
Look, man, I think we're all in a tough spot.
We are. Like I literally have two incomes between me and my boyfriend. You know, I'm making $1,000 every 2 weeks. He's making like $600-700 every 2 weeks. So like between the two of us, it's like maybe $3,000 a month.
Well, dude, I'm pivoting my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna focus on figure reviews as much. Next week I'm doing Cannibal Holocaust, my first
Yeah.
movie review.
Yeah,
Like,
we got to pivot.
gotta pivot.
This whole figure collecting thing is not sustainable. Not with a YouTube paycheck. Not with whatever the fuck you would do to supplement that cost anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
You are. Oh man, listen. Drives me up a wall that we are living in a time where Nintendo might have to charge way overpriced for its products, knowing that it's comparable but not yet equal to what is on the market: a PS5, an Xbox Series X. I hate the PS5 Pro. Don't get me twisted. I hate that shit. I don't think about it. But it's not Nintendo's fault. And that's the thing. And again, this is not about politics, but at the end of the day, it is about politics.
This is Trump's fault.
care. Yeah, I don't care if you like the dude or not. It could have been anybody in this position doing the same thing. It hurts the players. It hurts us. It hurts the gamers. It hurts us. It hurts the collectors. It hurts us for doing all this. And again, we are a very small niche. This is why I love everybody out there in the G Show land. You know what I'm saying? But we are a very small niche in the bigger picture. It hurts. Get what you could get and get it fucking now because it's gonna be gone soon or it's gonna be way out of your price range. So that'll do it. Let's get to some comments. Oh my god, there is a
we got
comments.
We got a lot.
All right. Did we do the Spider-Man? Yeah, we did. Acting like a dog peeked through the house. I think we did.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. We'll go to Dorky Films. We could do it. It doesn't matter.
Trump's terrorists are the dumbest thing to ever happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're all in agreement.
The pricing is up there. The diehard Nintendo fans that will get it will make the sales they're projecting. Others, it'll be random, I believe.
I
I think we already read that.
I don't know about all that. I think a lot of diehard Nintendo fans are in a minority. I think what Nintendo does best is sell to families. And when families see the prices, Nintendo becomes the minority. That's how I look at it. I don't know if anybody else looks at it like that.
So we were at Dorky Films 7:21 p.m. That's where we actually left off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, for real?
With the big rant, Trump is the dumbest and worst president we ever had.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did y'all say that when I was in the bathroom?
No,
No.
but that's where we were up to keeping up with chat. Like,
Yeah, keeping up
beforehand.
with Chad. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. $650 for the Switch 2. Unfortunately, it looks like that's going that direction. Spider-Man says, I can't even import because tariffs will still make the price high, if not higher. Can't even import for Japan because Nintendo region locked it to Japan only due to it being around $350.
Well,
yes.
not exactly. So there's going to be two versions of the console in Japan. There's going to be a Japanese language only version, which is only going to be $350. And then there's going to be an international language version that can be sold in Japan that'll have a Japanese, English, French, etc. option for like $400.
Yeah, but you still have to pay the import. So
Yeah,
it ends up costing the same.
Nintendo. What are you doing? Come on.
Spider-Man says, I got no options. None of us do.
None of us do, yeah.
Stefan comes in. Single player fighting racing simulator should not be $80. Online games, probably.
I wouldn't even say online games because what are fucking online games but sign in, log in with your buddies, and that's it. You
Yeah.
get less content out of that overall. If it's strictly online and multiplayer games, I say 40-30.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Buck
agree.
80.
Spider-Man says, I wanted to switch too. I can't afford this even with my job because I got other shit to pay for, food, rent, staying alive. Now that's done. Any pre-orders for figures, all canceled.
And Spider-Man lives in New Jersey,
Yeah.
and New Jersey is not a cheap state to live in.
It's not.
It's one of the
Yeah.
more expensive ones.
It really hurts. It really hurts when you gotta fucking pay rent. You know, like I own, and yeah, you know, we got a fixed income, so we know what we're gonna pay every fucking month when it comes to living in this house, and it's never gonna go up. But fuck, I get it because food prices right now, especially with my dumb ass fucking hobby.
Dude,
Don't even let
eggs,
me tell you what I spent this week.
eggs are fucking ridiculous right now.
It's crazy.
Stefan, easily close to 1K for a full setup for the Switch 2. Yeah.
I don't think Nintendo would even release it at that point.
No. And then Dorky Films. People are saying on Twitter that we need to wait for the tariffs will start working and prices will go down. That's not
Those
how
people
tariffs work.
Yeah, those people are idiots.
McFarlane said it perfect. Hey, we got hit with tariffs. All our figures are going to cost more. It's the bread's in the pudding. They just pass it on to us. Stefan, Nintendo has now given two shits about their fans the last few years. Yeah. Which is kind of nice that they care now. Nintendo never drops their prices.
No, they don't.
Yep, and that's true. And then
I think
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild just went on sale for the first time maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
it's
And
crazy.
it probably wasn't even for that long.
Do you remember
I think
they
it
were
was for like
selling
a week.
Doom 64 at $75.
Back in the day, yeah. Back in the day when it first came out, Doom 64 was $74.99.
It should have been
Nintendo.
called Doom the Absolution at that point. You fucked
I
yourself there.
Nintendo does it. Nintendo understands. They say, fuck it, we're going to go high and we'll bring it low. But I haven't seen it. And now with this fucking case that the Switch might go from 450 to 500 to fucking 650 to 700 because of tariffs is a very scary thought, because at the end of the day, no offense to the Nintendo fans, that shit ain't worth it.
Yeah.
That shit ain't worth it. It's not.
Anybody that says it's fucking worth it is out of their gourd.
Yeah.
And I'm a hardcore Nintendo fan.
And then Stefan comes in. Good luck buying import games that never get released here. Yeah, it's
Just fucking luck.
I'm
already importing figures that barely get released here.
I do miss the days of importing games on the PlayStation that I had to get chipped. That only came out in Japan. Dragon Ball, I forgot what it was called, but one of them Dragon Ball games, fucking fire. But listen, that'll do it. This was a marathon, not as marathonish as I thought it was gonna go, but very close, 10 minutes away. But that'll do it. We're gonna cut it here. So I want to thank everybody who has joined us in the chat. Seriously, love y'all. Thank y'all. Subscribe to the fucking channel. We do this every Friday and sometimes every Wednesday with the Comics Cons, and then random Godzilla block parties. But just
join the Discord. We'll bellyache about tariffs together.
Oh, join the Discord. Join the Discord.
Yeah. Also,
that'll do it. Before I go, I do need to turn it over to the fucking plug right now, JR.
ladies and gentlemen, I have officially been promoted. I've been posting it everywhere. Logo change. We're good. Gem State Comic-Con, May 17th and the 18th. I am officially interviewing Brian O'Halloran and Marilyn Gignotti. It's Italian. Two main characters in the original Clerks. Fuck, Brian, dude, he's in all three.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, bro, get it right.
Yeah. Like, it's amazing. I get to interview them. More to come, because all the announcements aren't done yet. And I know who all of them are. Plus, I will also have a Godzilla panel where me and another fine gentleman named Carlos will be interviewed. I found this out. We're going to be interviewed. We're going to talk Godzilla. People are going to ask us questions. Weird. Come check it out. Seriously. It's going to be awesome. And also, come meet in person G1 and me. We're going to be podcasting in between all the panels that I've got going on. Dude, it's off the chain. Not only that, pick up a free poster. It's going to have my logo on it. It's going to have the links. It's going to be free. I'm only going to do a limited supply, I think like 20. So you can get a poster from me for free. That's all I'm saying. Come check it out. It's going to be a blast.
There it is. Gams, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Sorry I had to go for a little bit in the middle there, but I'm glad I was here for Nintendo at the very least.
At the very least. No, of course you're good, brother. Shin Rob, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I again apologize for my poor choice of words, but I got heated. It's always fun talking with you guys. It's always fun just palling around. It's just this time it struck a chord close to home, and yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, dude, next weekend's your birthday.
Poor choice of words for this particular podcast. Did anybody listen to the fucking Unpopular Opinion episode 1 podcast? For the love of God, he's talking about in person. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah 1991 is a shit film.
Ah!
And
And it's
that'll do it for this
Ghidorah
episode.
design.
That'll do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen, as we get out of here at 3.54 point whatever. We get out of here at 3 hours and 54 minutes. Whoo! Marathon. Yes. I love all y'all. I thank everybody here. Join us next week because we will be here for what? I don't know. I do know. Rob's birthday.
Birthday stream.
Join us next week as we do Rob's birthday stream. And we're talking figures, all figures, our favorite figures. We're doing it next week live here on the Geek Out.
We're so back, Toy Bros.
We're so back. But that'll do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I am G1, and we are out of here. Pay attention to the penguins.